What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cymru Convos. This is week 3. Sorry about the brief pause last week. Real life kind of takes over for a second. But today we are mainly talking about the race for top 4 in the Premier League, and as well as taking a look at our best of the rest teams from the top 5 leagues and even a goalkeepers list. Thank you for watching, and we hope you'll enjoy. So yes, welcome back to another episode of Cymru Convos and everything else I said in the intro. Today we are back with the usual 4 people minus Jack. Today we've got Dan, Luke, Sham, and Matthew.
I have autism.
Oh.
Yes, Nam, we all know you have autism. Jack's somewhere, probably nude on a beach once again. Rest in peace, Jack.
Yeah.
So,
His bollocks.
So as mentioned in the intro, obviously the race for top 4 in the Premier League is heating up right now, especially when you think about the last day of the season consists of Man United versus Man United, Leicester, Chelsea, Wolves.
Leicester.
That top 4 could kind of finish wherever, and even Chelsea right now in third are sitting 6 points behind Man City. Actually, no, I think it's 9. I think it's 9 now because they won today. But you never know. Yeah. You never know. So it's definitely heating up, and I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on what you think is going to happen. Who do you think is going to slip out, and who do you think might creep in there? Oh, and because we don't hear from him all that much, Luke, I want to start with you.
I'm not Luke's in the video.
I mean, this is tough because obviously there's a lot of teams that have exceeded expectations this year. If we look at the whole picture, even if it doesn't happen, if City appeal doesn't get overturned, it'd be nice to see a lot of clubs enter the Champions League conversation. I'd like to see I would like to see Leicester get back in there. I think over the past few years they've deserved it.
This is a question to all you boys. Out of these clubs, City, Chelsea, Leicester, Man United, Wolves, and Sheffield. I'll throw in Arsenal as well. Where do you reckon they'd be in order?
In order,
in terms of going down the table.
The table.
Yeah. Pretty much
where we think they're finished, or where we think they actually should finish.
Where do you think they will finish?
Okay, that's good, boys.
So I think everybody knows Man City's going to finish second.
Yeah, Man City are guaranteed second, pretty much.
Man City, Chelsea, Leicester, Man U, Wolves, Sheffield, and Arsenal.
Yes, basically from second.
Tottenham just got mugged off by you guys.
I suppose Tottenham and Burnley.
Excuse me, Dan. They won the Audi Cup. Show some goddamn respect, all right? And they made it for Champions League.
I'm going to go first. I'm going to say that Chelsea are going to finish third. Man U are going to finish fourth. Leicester, Wolves, Arsenal, Sheffield United.
Ooh.
Wait, you think Arsenal are going to get all the way up?
I think that Arsenal, their recent little peak in form.
All I'm saying is since our podcast of how to fix them, they've done really well. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We watched a video
It's us.
I think that if Arsenal keep on doing the way they're doing and keep playing the way that they're playing, they have a lovely chance of getting a little bit higher up the table. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. I don't think that they're going to make Champions League. That's not going to happen. I think the Wolves are too shy. Champions League.
If you look at Arsenal's remaining games.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at Arsenal's remaining games, I don't think it's going to
happen.
Tottenham,
Liverpool.
They haven't got a nice, easy run in the games, but if they continue their form like they have previously, they have a chance. There's nothing wrong with saying that they don't have a chance. Whether it's going to happen or not is completely different.
Well,
they have a chance.
I think
everybody has a chance. What are you saying, Luke? If I rudely interrupted.
I was going to say, I don't think they've got a hope in hell.
You reckon?
I know it sounds harsh, but they're running. It's possibly one of the most difficult run-ins towards the end of the season.
I do agree.
I think...
Yes, Spurs have slipped up. But what you got to remember is as well, Spurs sometimes...
4 more games to go.
They're going to want to win that.
I feel like when it comes to London derbies,
holy crap,
form just goes out of the window. It's about who's better on the day.
Sham, do you remember we talked earlier? Liverpool need 12 more points to break the points record. Dynasty's got to win 100% of their games.
Oh, yeah.
Liverpool.
They've
Happening.
got to win every single game.
Ease.
Happening.
They got to play Chelsea at some point, which is probably their
Like I
hardest
said,
game
that
coming up.
matters.
Probably their hardest game coming up.
It's probably Chelsea want to stay in the Champions League spot that they've got. They're not going to be like easy to beat.
You literally can't draw, Sham, if you want to bring that right.
Man United
Yeah.
also have a game in hand. And who's it against? I can't remember now.
Aston
They've
Villa.
got Aston Villa.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow night. I think they'll win that
and,
easily.
well,
Not easily, but
that means that if we win that, we'll be
4th.
1 point behind Leicester.
No, you won't. You'll be in front of Leicester.
No, we'll be 1 point behind.
Would you?
But we'll be
We
1
will.
point behind.
Yeah, 1 point behind.
because
Leicester.
Arsenal drew with Leicester.
Can't- Yeah.
Wait, did
remember
you say
they didn't-
lose or win?
If Man United
we
win,
win.
Yeah,
Man U beat Aston Villa, we're 1 behind Leicester.
in 4th.
Yeah, no.
No, we'll stay in 5th. Look at the table.
1 behind Leicester. Leicester's 4th.
Leicester has
Man
59
United will be
points.
fifth.
Man United
Leicester are
55.
4th on 59 points. We are 5th with 55.
Chelsea's
man.
3rd.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mad.
After like Leicester's
So
draw with
we're
Arsenal.
Oh wait,
that's
how does
nice.
that even work? You were only 2 points behind us, like before Chelsea played.
Yeah, but you won. Yeah, that's the thing. You won, innit?
Yeah, you won.
You have a game in
Yeah,
hand.
you're on 57 points. We have a game in hand
Yeah.
over everyone in the
No,
table.
United still need to play their next match.
Everton,
Yeah, we haven't played yet.
Southampton,
Hey,
They
well,
have,
mad.
Aston
yeah,
Villa, and
United's on
Bournemouth,
33 games.
Man U.
Chelsea's
and
on
Tottenham.
34.
Oh yeah, you'll be behind 1 point. Mad. I thought it was closer than that.
Yeah.
Not that it's not close. You know what I
But
mean?
yeah,
I
but
thought
it
you would
means- it
leapfrog
means that there's
Leicester.
Still though.
It means that there's a point between Chelsea, Leicester, and Man U, which means that Wolves not are
Nice.
out of it. They're 6 points behind. But the odds of them getting into Champions League is very, very slim. It's not going to happen.
With what was it now? 12 points to throw about on some teams. They could get a potential of 15 points, From 3rd to, let's see, 12th, 13th, anyone can make it the top 4.
Providing that
Still
Man
quite cheap,
United,
but,
Chelsea, Wolves
Yeah,
lose all their
And
games.
12 points is, yeah. But
Like,
can I go next, boys?
yeah, go for it, Luke.
So what I was going to say is, obviously, I think top three would say the same. I think I can see United leapfrogging Leicester,
Oh, go on, Luke, boy.
and
Oh, it's gonna happen now, guys.
this is kind of where it could get fucked up. Leapfrog Leicester
United leapfrog
Ooh.
Leicester.
and Wolves to
Wolves.
leapfrog Leicester.
Oh.
Leicester
Oh.
dropped down to 6th. Man.
Yeah,
jeez.
because let's be honest, right? All they've got going for them right now, the only person that's keeping them in form is Vardy. I'll say that's
disagree
keeping
with
them.
that. No, I disagree.
Schmeichel's doing a good job in that.
Schmeichel's great as well.
Schmeichel's having a mad season at the moment. He's playing out of his skin.
And
He's
Leicester's
making
got
so
a
many
few
stupid saves.
easy games.
But still, like that's 2 out of the first 11.
But no,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
forgetting
but
you're
Leicester's-
forgetting their entire midfield. Tielemans, Maddison,
Indeed, he's great.
DT.
He had a good
They got
season.
Koo and Johnny Evans as a
Madison's still
centre back
injured,
power,
though.
which has been stupidly underrated this year. It's such a good centre back pairing between the two of them. Johnny Evans is experienced. Koo is young and a bit of a fucking tank. Like
I
it's a
think-
brilliant centre back
No,
pairing.
but I see where Luke is saying because Leicester have a few tough games next. They got Bournemouth, and they should be beating Sheffield realistically.
No, but then if you look
But
at
then
it,
they got-
Sham, if you look at Wolves, they've got harder games. They've got
Well, yeah,
Everton,
I mean-
Burnley, Crystal Palace, Chelsea.
Again, I feel like
But think about,
Tottenham, and I guess a small team called
Results
United
against
harder
those
the last two
Chelsea,
games.
yeah, that's gonna be a hard game. But all the other games, I don't see a reason why they can't pull out a
Well,
result.
Yeah, there's
you
big
know.
potential of dropping points. Big potential.
Yes, but Leicester has the bigger potential. I feel like because so big teams, Wolves are big teams. Wolves are coming up
Ooh.
against Everton.
Yeah,
No,
Leicester's.
big teams like Chelsea. Chelsea's the only team there that's definitely like we're going in like Chelsea's gonna win. But
In the
Leicester, they
form
got
that they're in
United
now,
and
yeah.
Tottenham.
If they keep
Yeah.
on the form that they've got now, Chelsea will win that game.
so Wolves have the easier route, and I'd argue Wolves has an easier route than Leicester.
Mm.
Especially considering they don't
No,
really
yeah,
have
look, yeah, they
key
do, they do.
players,
Dan
key
or
players,
Sham?
like such as Madison. and
Go on,
Who's
Sham.
too-
I'm gonna be optimistic.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, go on, Sham. You can go for it. I don't mind. Up to you.
No, you already started, Dan. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be optimistic. And especially looking at the games we have. United do have the easiest run of games compared to the rest. I think United will be third, then Chelsea, and then I'm going to say, I'll give it to Leicester. Leicester will go fifth, then Wolves, and then Sheffield. Keep Arsenal where they are.
Sham?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd put it as well, we all know Liverpool, Man City, very given. I see Chelsea finishing in third, and I have to say, what a fantastic season! Like
Yeah,
this has been
Lampard.
an amazing season. If he gets
Yeah,
manager of the
fair play to
season,
him,
I'd
fair play to
be
him.
for it. I'll bill for it. But yeah,
I think it either has to be him
Klopp.
or
Yeah.
Klopp.
Or the
one of
Sheffield
one of
United
the two.
man.
Chris Wilder.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
wouldn't give it to Pep.
Wilder.
He's
Chris
been
Wilder.
crap this year. Wilder's been phenomenal for Sheffield United.
I'd
I'd even give it to Nuno from Wolves. He's been brilliant this year as well. They've played really well.
I'd say like a hopeful shout might be Roy Hodgson too. He's done pretty well with Crystal Palace
Yeah,
this
he's got-
season.
he's-
Yeah,
he has.
it's brilliant.
He's
14.
just been unlucky.
Kept them in the European conversation for a while until they went on that
Steve
like-
Bruce at Newcastle's been phenomenal this year.
Yeah,
He's come in.
recently.
Yeah.
maybe not
Maybe
phenomenal, but they've been alright since the restart.
Oh, but yeah, no. Considering he's got Joe Linton to fucking score
Well,
a goal,
I
that's
think
fucking.
so,
That is. Give him the fucking
So-
award now, like.
Yeah,
What the
he's a
fuck?
miracle worker.
Right. Anyway, so in fourth, I
Yeah.
would put United. I think Chelsea vs United, whoever goes there, it'll be close. I reckon it'll be down to Liverpool's match against Chelsea as well. But yeah, United, because it's a given. I feel like United will win all the remaining games easily. And again, I feel Wolves, they should be winning. I'm confident Wolves are a better team, but against everybody they're going to play, apart from Chelsea. So I feel like they'll definitely get at least 9 points compared to who's Sheffield up against? And Sheffield could. Yeah, Sheffield's got a tough few matches as well in Chelsea, Leicester, Everton, and then Southampton. So I don't think Chelsea will pick up many points. But Arsenal's next 2 games are just. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd cry. I'd be crying, and I'd be like, I'd just be crying myself to sleep every night, knowing I'm going to finish 8th. Just.
You reckon they are? I mean, to be fair though, their recent run and fall, it does look like
I
they
know,
might
that's the
turn it
thing,
around.
They have been great in recent form, and they drew with 3rd place Leicester at the time to make them 4th. So
But then again, they've got Liverpool coming up. They've got City coming up.
exactly, I do feel like though it is like Tottenham and Burnley are also in the conversation because they're only Tottenham's 2 points away from Sheffield.
I don't see any of them
while
finishing fourth.
Hmm?
I don't see any of them finishing fourth, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they'll finish
Tottenham
4th,
are-
but if you're going to rank up, they're like
11
but
points
Tottenham
away,
do-
and Burnley are 10 points
They have
away.
a game in
so
hand as well, Matt. They have a game.
They do have a few tough games. Though.
Tottenham have a game in hand. Burnley don't.
Exactly, we do have tough games
Who's
though.
Tottenham got? Who's Tottenham got?
Bournemouth, Arsenal, Newcastle,
If
Leicester, and Crystal Palace.
Tottenham win that game, they go to 7th.
Yeah, exactly. So Tottenham and Arsenal are still in the same battle. Which is great for the Tottenham.
They'll still be 7 points behind the Champions League.
The Tottenham this Arsenal match is going to be entertaining. I feel like.
It will.
Actually, no, it's going to be equal. It's either be entertaining or equally. They're both equally shit.
It's gonna be intense. All right.
I do think it'll be entertaining.
Have you seen what happened to Dyer actually? Eric Dyer.
Yeah, 4 match
What's he done
ban.
this time? Has he?
He's been fined like 90,000 quid.
What's he done?
Protecting his brother.
Remember ages ago in March when he
Yeah.
jumped into the crowd to yell at someone. Apparently someone was
What a
having a go at his brother.
Mm.
That's what I heard.
That's what I
And he
did.
just went to have a go at them.
So
Yeah, you'd expect a professional football player to act more professional, wouldn't you?
After the game, just jumped into the crowd. To be fair, it's his brother. I don't blame him.
I mean,
guess so.
sometimes like it's hard for like footballers to be human beings because that's like a human being reaction. Like I think,
Yeah.
like 9 out of 10 times, Dyer probably does the
yeah.
same thing, but it's just because
Mhm.
obviously they're in the spotlight and I immediately can't.
Yeah.
That's the
Anyway,
thing,
I
though,
think
like,
my top 4 and following on. I want to be hopeful, and I think Chelsea are going to get 8 points out of the possible 12.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
hold
8.
on. Hold on. What have you done with Connor?
I think
hope.
I think Chelsea should beat Norwich. If we don't, we're shambles. We should beat
Sure.
Sheffield, as we should have beat them earlier in the season, but we let it 2 down. But if Zuma and Christensen can get some good performances over it and some chemistry together, I think we should win that. Liverpool, I
Depends
don't
on
think
if
we're
Rudiger
going to win,
plays.
but I think we can draw it. I'm quite confident in that
Just
we're
play
going
high
to get
press,
at least
please,
a draw.
guys. Play high press.
And Wolves, I also think we'll get a draw because Nuno will go for it at the very end, as it's the final game.
Mhm.
So I think
Yeah.
it will be. Really hoping that it will be Chelsea in 3rd, Man United in 4th, Leicester in 5th, and then Wolves in 6th, and then 7th and 8th will be Sheffield and Arsenal.
Yeah.
I want to think that 8 points is possible. That's what I want to think. So I'm gonna go with.
I do want to say, out of like those teams that we mentioned, who do you think's been the most entertaining to watch this season?
Wolves. Love watching Wolves this year.
Wolves.
If you talk about ever since in recent form, definitely United.
United.
Yeah, in recent form, United. This season, Wolves.
Wolves.
I've been enjoying. I'll be honest. I've been enjoying watching Chelsea a lot.
For me, like I know it's biased because it's my team, but other than the heart attacks, I've really enjoyed watching Chelsea this season.
Yeah, like
Chelsea have been.
They play well, but yeah.
Honestly, Sheffield United have played well this year as well. Except I just don't like how defensive they are.
It's what they got to do. It's what they got to do, though, isn't it?
I know. I don't like defensive football.
The thing I like about Chelsea, though,
you had Mourinho.
I have a lot of respect, a huge respect for Lampard.
Like,
and it's just
Matt dislikes Mourinho. He despised him.
Who? Hate him.
You know what though?
Mourinho.
Not licking the asses. The only team apart from Liverpool I've liked watching this year is Man United. I've had to watch a lot of the games because sadly my housemate is a United fan, and I've had to sit countless hours in front of the fucking TV watching those games.
Just walk away from the TV.
I've only enjoyed watching Man United recently, just because of how attacking they have. The only point before lockdown that I was enjoying watching them was when they were losing embarrassing games, like that 1-0 to Newcastle, and like in the last minute.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Matty Longstaff coming on.
I enjoy watching United just tumble and fall. But
I'm just saying, our style of football hasn't changed. Just we've got Pogba and Bruno playing quality balls now.
Have you seen the video of Dan James and Paul Pogba in change? Have you seen how happy everyone fucking looks?
Yeah,
so happy everyone like fucking smiles on their faces.
The quote for that video was that quote for the video was possibly the best. It was like, "This is the most likable Man United team in quite a few years."
Yeah, no, it is. Everyone is just fucking delight. There's no player there that you can hate.
Other than Maguire, I fucking hate Maguire.
Andres Pereira.
Do you know the Man United?
I'm not the biggest fan.
United team under Ferguson, like could you how together they was, like Ronaldo, these all just seem like actual friends. Goals, Jack Neville.
I think it's because
to be fair, I think Sham. That's just every football team, to be honest. Though.
I know it is, but like that United team was just like, and I just I actually enjoyed watching the interviews and stuff. They just actually seemed quite nice.
Yeah, nice bunch of blokes.
I personally.
The thing is, God.
No, you on.
God. I was gonna say, I do think that the players 100% like believe in Ollie's system. Though they trust the process fully. That's very, very important. Oh yeah, it's very important.
Ever since Ollie's come in, call him like Ferguson's protege, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. He has learned something of him, and it's a system that worked years ago, and it's working now again, and it's brilliant because he's brought back like the nostalgia of, and it's just refreshing.
Players like Lingard, Lingard, Rashford, Pogba. He's managed them before,
West Ham, please.
I love West Ham to go down.
I wonder why I'm not biased at all.
It's not even about them beating us. I just don't dislike the team. Like, they're run shittly. They have a squad that should be easily in top 10 but aren't. So, and their fans are almost the second most arrogant after Liverpool fans. So, I'd be more than happy to see them go down.
I think we're rightfully arrogant.
It's not wrong.
Sorry, Bazinga, but go down, like.
Yeah, Liverpool fans are arrogant. The same way Ronaldo is.
If West Ham go down, the first thing I'm doing is ring my brother-in-law.
So, like, I feel like, again, like, the best thing about this season is shows. I think this season is, like, a poster for give managers time. Like, you got Klopp, he's like, he had a shit ton of time, and he's had a fair few moments where, like, teams such as United and Chelsea would have sacked him. And then you look at Lampard and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
You look at Southampton as well.
Southampton as well. Like, this is like so many managers here. Like, I reckon Lampard, given a few years ago, he would have been sacked. I feel like if he had.
Because people really were running out of patience back then. Remember Southampton at the beginning of the season? Like, there were shouts of replacing the manager, and they trusted him. They trusted him. Look at him now.
So you have to trust the manager. Give him a window or two.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
Van Gaal was sacked after winning an FA Cup.
there was
So was
another
so was
thing, right?
Conte.
I've just looked
Yeah.
at the table now again, and I must say, if Villa don't win tomorrow, it's all. I would say it's nearly all but curtains.
No, they got 4 games yet. They're only 4 points off it.
If Villa
Yeah, but
goes down,
I honestly don't believe they have the team to stay up.
Ah,
They've got
they're
Jack,
not-
it's just
they-
if you have one
they've got
quality
Jack
player,
Grealish. They've got Jack Grealish, and that's about it. They haven't got anyone else.
Trezeguet's got a bit of talent.
Looks really bad for Villa. Jesus.
And Bournemouth,
Does,
unfortunately. Like Bournemouth,
Yeah.
Bournemouth, I think are doing.
Bournemouth has a fair amount of talent. I don't know
Okay.
what it is.
Like I like Bournemouth, and I like Eddie Howe, but might be time to change
Are
Eddie.
we all convinced that Norwich are going down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd
Just
have
saying,
to. They'd have to
Someone
win. Or they'd have to win all 4 matches.
With Bournemouth going down, do you reckon some of their key players will leave, like King and Ake?
Yes,
Well,
definitely.
just saying.
Well, if Bournemouth go down, Ake will probably like 75% end up at Man U because.
Have you seen the conversation he had?
yeah.
Except for when
yeah.
Chelsea activate their buyout clause and just cockblock you.
Honestly,
I thought that ran out. I don't know.
Nope.
Well, Chelsea should do that.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like.
Ake has to say yes to Chelsea, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he
I
wants to
feel
go to
like,
Chelsea.
though,
He's mentioned it before.
We'll see.
Okay,
We'll
so-
see.
Oh, Norwich, they're not going to win. They got Chelsea
I'd
and
love to
City.
see him. I'd love to
their
see him
remaining matches.
next to Lindelof or
Because
Maguire
Bournemouth
at Man U.
has City, Everton, and Southampton.
You are Sham? You are?
I said Bournemouth just Norwich. They're not winning. They got Chelsea and Man City. They're not going to make it. They're not. I
They
don't.
beat City. They beat City though. Could do the double over them.
Oh yeah.
Well, that would be
Yeah,
a
big
hot,
ups,
that would be a fucking
Honestly,
historic.
honestly, can you imagine City not finishing second?
It'd be
Imagine
honestly, it'd be.
if Chelsea somehow managed to get 9 points, 10 points or more, Man City somehow go on a fucking horrific losing streak, it could end up fourth.
They
That'd
could.
be hilarious.
If Chelsea, Leicester, and Man United win all of their games, Man United can't get them unless they. Man U can get them. If Man City lose all 4 of their games and third,
No, you
fourth,
can't.
and fifth all win,
Man United can't get
no,
him.
they can. They can.
Man City have a
15,
few.
15 points. Oh, no,
That's
by
not
one.
a
Oh yeah,
game
by
in
1
hand,
point.
remember?
Yeah, I forgot about
By
the
1
game
point, Man
tomorrow.
City go into Europa League if they lose all their games. How mental is that?
But they're
However,
gonna be banned
Man
from the
City-
UEFA anyway.
Man
Oh,
City
wait, no,
arguably
no.
only has easy games left though.
No,
We don't
no,
have any. Okay,
of course
tell me
it
which one of
can't
these
work.
teams are a threat to City.
Of
So we
course
got
it can't
Brighton.
work.
Come on,
it
City
can't,
should be
it can't
squashing them.
work.
Brighton's probably the
Listen,
hardest challenge they
The
got.
last,
Just
the
say
last
right.
game of the season is for those teams. It can't work. Man City are literally secured second.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
last
legit,
game.
they got-
You're right.
They
You're
got
right.
game-
Brighton,
last
then they
game
got
before
Bournemouth, and then they got
fucking
Arsenal,
Wigan.
easy win.
Someone's dropping
Watford
points.
and Norwich.
I mean, just say what if, like.
I know, but it's just extremely unlikely.
Do you know if City do get that ban?
Yes.
If they
Doesn't
do
that
get
mean
ban.
that whoever goes into the final,
It ends. It
of
ends
the
up.
FA Cup?
Ends up.
Yeah.
That Liverpool, obviously Liverpool have got it anyway. Man City
Yeah.
lose out in Champions League. Third and fourth stay. They go to the Champions League. I think it's the winner of the FA Cup final. If it's one of the teams in the top 4, then it gets dropped to the one below. So it's 5th and 6th and 7th going.
Yeah,
to
but
the
Matt,
Champions League.
City are potentially going into the final of the FA Cup. Would it mean that?
It'd be the
Yeah,
second.
no,
it'd be
you
fifth.
know,
In that case, if Man City win the FA Cup, it eliminates them and it drops down 1 place. So
You drop
it'll
to
be
fifth.
from 7th. It would be 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and then 6th and
So-
7th in Europe.
so if City win the FA Cup and they do get a ban, the FA Cup's just pointless. Not pointless, but you know what I mean. Champions League wise, it's pointless.
Pointless.
Do you think
Champions League wise, yeah.
Do you think City will be banned?
Really hope so.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Well, we find out-
I
If
hope
they-
they do.
We find out in 5 days.
If they
Yeah, but-
do,
Well,
if they
If
suppose-
you
do,
UEFA, yeah, go on.
if they do ban Man City, it makes for a very, very interesting turn in the Premier League because it means that the people or the teams in 6th, 7th, 8th, and even Burnley and Tottenham, they've all got something to fight for. Okay, yeah, I'm saying that
Fight it up.
as if they haven't got anything to fight for anyway. They're fighting for Europa League spots at the moment, but it puts them in a position.
true.
Puts them in a position if in 5 days How many games of those are played? Like 3 or like 1 or 2 for each club, like max. That gives them the last 2 games of the season, all or nothing. If you don't win, you're not in the Europa and Champions League. It's not happening. So it gives them something to be like to throw everything forward into like the last 2 games of the season. It's going to be fucking carnage.
Tottenham's a Europa League team at best.
It's gonna make for a very, very interesting Premier League like final table. It's gonna be great.
If you're UEFA though, you won't want to ban City though, would you?
You wouldn't want to purely because of the money and the things
the income
that they produce.
Yeah.
If you're looking at sportsmanship, yes, they've got.
It
all depends on how money hungry the company are. If how the organisation are. If UEFA are like I don't think UEFA are as bad as FIFA. I think that obviously FIFA is the like for everything, and obviously UEFA is for Europe and shit like that. I don't think Europe is UEFA is as bad as FIFA, and I think that if it turns round, they do ban them, it'll be the right decision to ban them. That's not me being salty Man U fan. I don't particularly want Man City to get banned, but if it happens, it's because it was meant to.
I'll say, I will agree with Matthew, but I actually do want them to get banned. I want them to get banned. It'd be so fucking funny and
Do you think? Because obviously, as it stands, if it's upheld entirely, it's a 2-year ban. I think if it's only one. If it's a 2-year ban, if it's a 2-year ban, people leave. If it's a 1-year ban, I don't think anyone leaves.
No, 100%.
The thing is, though,
if it's a 2-year ban, they're gonna lose the likes of
De Bruyne, Sterling, Bernardo Silva.
I don't think De Bruyne will leave. De Bruyne did say in an interview 1 season might be bearable, but 2 might be tough to take. So you never know. But if it's a 1 season ban, then I see them all staying and fighting out, winning the Premier League.
De Bruyne said, even if it's 2 season ban, I'm staying. I still doubt that. That in his head, he's like, yeah, I'm staying. There's still going to be in the back of his head, like, oh, I do want to have some Champions League football. All City players there have won everything in England. They've won everything they can.
Yeah.
Just no European titles.
The thing is, though, that City's never really won. That's one thing City don't have, and Pep Guardiola doesn't have as a City manager. I think he's won it with.
Go on, that.
I was waiting for Sham. No,
that's fine. Finish.
If Man City do get kicked out for 2 years, and it's not something that necessarily is good for the club. If anything, it's very detrimental to the club. But for the long term, it kind of helps. Is loaning out massive players for a single season and earning stupidly massive lump sums like De Bruyne to Barcelona. It's just an example. Barcelona would end up paying something like 35-45 mil for a season for De Bruyne. He goes out on loan, comes back. He's still technically a Man City player, but he's also getting Champions League football. It's something that they could consider. And in the long term, everyone stays at the club. In the short term, they're earning stupid amounts of money. Players that aren't going to get Champions League football, they still have a stupidly good squad to compete for the league. Yes, okay, squad depth may not be there if they loan players out, but they're earning stupid amounts of money from players who don't want to be there for a single season. Makes sense to loan players out, but at the same time, it's very detrimental to the club. But it means
but then in terms of the Premier League, they'd do awful if that was the case.
The thing is, though, we'll have more of a squad depth, though. Like Man City's
but they won't compete. They don't want to just be fourth and fifth. They want to compete.
Man City's a team that could do that, but Man City's the only team that'll be able to loan out the best players.
No. If the 2 season thing happens and they do loan out lots of players, and players are forced.
I don't think we'll loan out too many players, though. We wouldn't know. It's just
this could be.
We loan out like 1 or 2.
Everyone's heard about the rumors like Real Madrid are desperate to get Raheem Sterling. Like they've been looking at him for years to try and get him there. Whether he'll do it or not, I don't know. I doubt very much he will. But if Man City don't get Champions League football, it's an option. Raheem Sterling to leave for a single season to go to Real Madrid, and they'll pay a massive lump sum, and they get to keep that massive money and then invest it into other things like the youth system.
One thing I'd say
back
though,
into the team.
one thing I'll say though, like Man City players and the Champions League, like there's no really Man City don't have any legends in the Champions League. Like not even one. Like when you think of Champions League, you don't really think of City.
Anyway.
Well, I'd argue.
I'd argue Aguero, De Bruyne,
Aguero, David Silva. Yeah, I'd say Yaya Touré's a legend as well.
Yeah, Aguero, David
Man
Silva, Vincent Kompany, and Sergio Aguero.
Yeah, there you go, legends. There you go. You named a few.
Yeah.
We do have legends.
Okay, look at Liverpool. They've got 3 teams worth of legends. Man U have got like 4 teams worth of legends. Chelsea have about 3. Literally, if you think back to like Man City's team like 4, 5, 7, no, not 7, like 10 years ago. Richard Dunn, Stephen Ireland.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. But Man City is a team that's Man City's got is new into the scene when it comes. Well, they're kind of like new into the scene. So the players that they do have now is like.
They are Man City are a decade in to be considered in considering top 4 competition wise for it. Like 10 years ago again, if we were doing this podcast 12 years ago and we're talking about top 4, we don't put Man City in there.
If I'm doing this podcast in 12 years, this is a cry for help. Kill me then. Please.
If I'm still doing this podcast in fucking 12 years' time, I should be fucking employed by Sky Sports.
That's not what I was implying. I said 12 years ago, not 12 years in future.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, seriously, bro.
Fucking no Sky Sports for me.
Seriously though, right?
We'll be lucky to carry on this podcast past 2 months in the future.
Hey.
What do you think about the whole City situation? The shitty situation, if I say so myself.
The shitty city situation.
Man City.
Yeah, the shitty city situation that is Man City. Only if it's 2 years. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Look.
Sorry, kid me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
This could be the end of City, as we know.
Stop. I was going to make that point. Like potentially, it could be. You never know.
Oh yeah.
Because the thing is, the City have so much. Okay, first of all, there's the question: will Pep Guardiola leave?
Yes.
That does happen.
Oh yeah, 100%. If they have a 2-year ban,
Juventus won him.
Right.
Right now, because nothing's been said, everyone's been saying, "Oh, they'll stay." Nothing's been said about the UEFA ban yet. We're gonna find out because no one's found out yet. They're just gonna say stuff like, "Oh yeah, we'll stay."
Yeah. The thing is,
so what we remember is right. Even though they're probably gonna get told to want to down low, it won't surprise me if like a day before it's officially released, a lot of Sky Sport rumors will come out saying whether has been or hasn't been upheld. Hasn't been, and fair play. Again, fair play if it has. I would like to see him get a 1 year rather than a 2 year, in my opinion.
I reckon, honestly, be as harsh as fuck. They need to get punished for.
It depends on the severity of the rules they broke.
I think it will be a 1 year ban. Because UEFA are known to be pretty spineless. I mean, just look at Chelsea's transfer ban. Immediately got turned down for 1 window rather than 2. Like UEFA just are known pretty well for like reducing their bans, and as we said earlier, keeping Man City in the tournament would be good for money, TV, everything about that kind of aspect of the tournament.
Have you seen the amount of money and the amount of lies that they've spent?
I know,
on this case.
£50 worth, isn't it?
Some of that. It's mental.
Yeah, because they went to one of the top, if not the top, sports legislation groups in the world and got a bunch of lawyers.
I won't be surprised if all they did was just have all 30 of all those lawyers. Like all they did was just go out there and each of them give like a briefcase of €1 million or whatever, and that's it. Like
a live one. I got a live one.
No, all I'm saying. So I just want to reel in the conversation a bit back to the main topic of it being the top 4. We've spoken about Man City. But
but the City ban could be, a big thing about it.
It could be huge.
Once it's revealed, there could be a podcast next week or something. Once we actually have the news.
Yes.
But so 2 things I want to quickly talk about. As we're talking about top 4, I want to get your guys' opinions on and thoughts of who will get relegated. Obviously, we know Norwich is pretty much going down at this point. Do you think Bournemouth or Aston Villa could climb out of it? Do you think Watford and West Ham will take their place? What do you guys see realistically looking the bottom 3 looking like? Does it stay the same or does it change?
Survive. West Ham, no. Sorry, West Ham, no way.
Wait, is that what you want to happen, or is that what you think will happen?
What I think will happen.
There's one game that'll be extremely important is West Ham vs Watford.
Yes.
I feel like that'll be an extremely important game in the fight.
Like,
it is, but it also isn't. If Aston Villa and Bournemouth keep on losing, West Ham vs Watford isn't that
No, it isn't that big.
that major of a game. It all depends on what happens with Bournemouth and Aston Villa. For example, if Villa beats Man U, that puts them on 30 points. Then Watford versus West Ham becomes a massive game because it's a 4-5 point game. It can secure them or completely ruin them. It all goes on the.
What's his next few matches after the West? Like what? Yeah, what's his next matches? On from Newcastle, West Ham, Man City, and on from Arsenal as well. Assuming they're still on form during then.
But personally, when it goes to bottom three, because Watford have probably the hardest running out of all of them. So I think Bournemouth and Norwich will stay where they are, but I think it will come down to like the last game of the season. But I think I think Aston Villa will scrape out, and Watford will eventually go down, despite their resurgence again from Craig Shakespeare takeover. But I do think Watford will go down.
They have a tough run ahead.
Is it possible for Brighton to go down?
Yes,
it's possible,
but it's unlikely.
I think Bournemouth's losing though.
Brighton have been fucking tragic as well.
I think
they've been alright. They've been alright the past couple of games. They're just conceded.
They're good at staying up in the relegation. They're tough. They gave Liverpool a decent game in the first half.
In all honesty,
they did.
Aston Villa might finish 17th with Watford finishing in an 18th. That's what I reckon. Looking at the next few games, because Aston Villa, they could definitely beat Crystal Palace and.
I can agree that Bournemouth and Norwich are going down 100%. It's just on Aston Villa, Watford, and West Ham. It's one of those three.
Yeah, I agree.
I personally think that Aston Villa are going to go down. I think that Watford have got Premier League experienced players, which will help them. West Ham, again, like Con said, have got a phenomenal squad, and it should be doing a lot better than what it is. It's purely management.
They spent a lot of money on that squad as well, isn't it?
They're staying up. They're staying up, in my opinion.
Flippy Anderson, Yarmolenko.
Yeah, like Fornals, Haller, Declan Rice. They've like Fabianski's even a phenomenal keeper. Like shoot, if you think I'm wrong, he's fucking sick. He
is amazing.
This year by injury.
I've been there since he's been at the start.
Antonio's a quality player.
Antonio's a quality player as well.
Yarmolenko.
I don't
Declan Rice has got to move.
That's I don't want to see West Ham go down because they have so many good players.
Yeah, but that means that there'll be a lot of players ready to leave, ready on the market.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, most of them are probably going to leave.
Look, going back to Connor's question, I think it's going to stay as it is. Norwich, Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
Yeah,
sad to say.
It should stay as it is. If you look at the running, if you look at the games, if you look at the squad, everything overall.
All the games are
I think it will come down to Aston Villa and Watford, and so obviously Aston Villa have got Aston Villa have got Man United tomorrow. Watford then have Newcastle, which is not an easy game at the moment for them. Then Aston Villa have Crystal Palace, which also isn't a tough game, but Aston Villa, if they grind it out, they could get a win.
Not in Crystal Palace's form. They're playing really well at the moment.
They're on 5 losses on the bounce.
They're on 5 losses. Have you fucking watched the performances? They're still scoring goals. They're still 5 losses. Well. They're just coming up.
Well, no,
5 losses. Yeah.
You could say the same for
Crystal Palace
and people like that. Like they've had
Crystal Palace and Roy Hodgson. Crystal Palace and Roy Hodgson will always give you a game, no matter what.
Yeah, I just think Aston Villa definitely will have the quality once they're going for it for literal survival, as well as they're not shabby defensively. It's just they're not as top quality as some of the Premier League sides they face.
Just going for the chances they miss is just awful, man. So I thought Wesley would do bits.
Their 2 strikers, Samata and Wesley, have been really poor this year.
I was like, 2 strikers I look at.
Well, no, Wesley was doing all right, but then he got injured. And then they brought in Samata, and he hasn't done much either.
No, but Wesley, he was doing all right, to be fair,
yeah. But they bought both players from the Belgian Pro League. Like, that's not an established league. There's fucking 12 teams in the league. Not good
But
enough.
to be fair, they did look like decent goal scorers though.
Well,
when-
Liverpool
when
bought
they started.
Minamino from the Austrian league. You know.
Yeah, but he was in the Champions League and he played decent against them.
Yeah, but so was Club
Minamino
Brugge.
was
So was Club Brugge, where Smack came from.
Yeah.
Minamino
That's
was
true.
bought for Minamino was bought for 2 reasons. 1, squad depth. 2,
7 million release clause.
because he was cheap and he was useful.
Let
There was no other reason to
got
buy him
potential.
other than
He's quite young
20
as well.
He's
He's a
25.
youngster.
He's
25,
25.
yeah.
let's be real. I think
Again, like, it's not at his peak
20,
yet.
he's 25, a bench warmer playing in a team that won't give him minutes. He should go out on loan.
Oh my
and
God.
get sold off. He's not.
When it
Yeah,
comes to that
think-
age conversation, I always point to Vardy. Like look
Yeah, I
at
know. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
keeper.
no. There's been loads of conversations recently about how FIFA has destroyed everyone's interpretations of 13th and 31-year-olds, and how like if you look at Sergio Ramos, he'd get into any single team in the world, and how if you look at Modric, again the same would happen to him, 31 and 33 respectively. It's not exactly a case of okay, you know, they're shit players. It's a case of Premier League and like
How early or how late they bloom
yeah,
onto the
exactly,
scene.
and it's about top five leagues looking for young players. For example, PSG with Mbappe. Yeah, okay,
no.
Farmers League, but he's 19 years of age. He'll probably be at the club for another.
Let me ask you guys a question. Sorry to go on a tangent, Con. All right, let's see. Let's look at a player.
Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, both stupidly young players.
Say a striker, 30 years of age now, scores 30 goals a season. Yeah, would you say, let's say another team came and swooped in for him, would you say that's a long-term investment or a
Short-term.
short-term investment.
short-term? You say that's short-term. I wouldn't
Short-term.
say that's short-term.
Oh,
It
actually,
depends who
say
the
that, though,
striker
it
is.
depends. Yeah, because
but 30 goals a season.
Like if it's
depends.
Aubameyang, it's probably a long-time solution.
30 goals, though.
If he's scoring 30 goals a season, he shouldn't be moving. He should be staying where he fucking is. It depending on who.
No,
he's
but say
playing
it's like a farmer. Okay.
yeah,
If
I
he-
get what you mean.
for. If he's
do
playing,
Depends though. It depends on how early or how late they are as boomers in football terms.
There
Do you
are-
see like loads of players like Vardy, for example? He was what 27,
Late
28
bloomer.
when he started blooming
Yeah.
properly.
I know
Yeah.
what Sam's
Aduriz
gonna
is another
say.
example. He did great
Well,
in La
Aduriz is
Liga.
no, Aduriz is 39. That's a different
39.
story. That's a freak.
Yeah, exactly. And
A
it, like,
freak. 59 and he's still scoring goals. He shouldn't be anywhere other than where he is. He should be staying there.
Well,
He's
But
retired.
also-
though.
There-
it just shows though.
there are plenty of examples
mean-
of teams that score a lot but don't amount
Quick,
to much.
Con, quick.
Well,
Save a conversation.
well, there are plenty of teams that score a lot but don't amount to much. Like a team could be banging into goals, but if their defense is still weak, they're going to be conceding them, and the goals get
Like
tied out
City
anyway.
next season.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
14 season.
So,
Tottenham perfect. The season
But-
they scored 52 goals, but they've conceded 44.
but as Dan said, reeling it back in. It's a big one this time.
Yeah.
I think relegation will be decided on the 17th when West Ham play Watford. I think if West Ham lose, or if West Ham win,
Big game.
I think then obviously, but I think by that point it should be decided.
Oh, but
Um,
Watford, man, I don't want to see him going down. I don't want to.
Oh man,
The
they're well back.
We have a tough game. We have a tough few games.
the last thing,
But I
Yeah.
like Watford.
Yeah, I love Deeney. I love
There's-
what they have.
there's other than
Yeah,
West Ham, there's a
Deeney-
lot of teams like down there I like. Other than West Ham, there's a lot of teams down there I like. So,
Oh, bastard.
but
He's a fucking bastard. He is, he's fucking great.
But I do as long as they don't fucking bottle us out, I do actually look forward to seeing Leeds in the Premier League next season. I think it would be
Yeah.
decent return for them.
But
Um,
it turns out
They've got a really tough
There-
game for the fucking Liberty soon.
there was a
Come on.
there was,
But,
I know if we win that on Sunday.
there was talks that
See-
well,
and
if
see-
Leeds, like last season, Leeds almost made it to the Premier League, didn't they, or the playoffs or something?
Yeah, and then they
Yeah,
bottled it.
before
I still
before they
don't
bottled
know,
it against Derby because of Mason Mount.
Anyway,
What's
so,
his
like,
name? Oh, who?
His name is Lewis, and he's
He's
just
just- Lewis. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. So, anyways, so
Right.
like again though, like there's talks that like
Adorable.
if Leeds like did make it to the Premier League, like this is last season's talk. Like Milner was going to join them again, like finish his career at his club.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see him go back. He's done well for Liverpool, but I would like to see him
I
go
don't want
back
to see.
and
I
kind
like
of.
him at Liverpool. I'll be honest. But if you do sign another midfielder, I don't think Milner would be missed.
I
he's
don't
like-
care where Milner plays.
I reckon he will.
Don't
the
deny
thing is,
him
no,
goals
not with
all the
like the young players Liverpool have, basically
Sure.
with Curtis Jones.
He's not a
and then
starter anymore. He's more of a.
Neco Williams played today, and he was really.
Milner's
good.
like a backup player now. For like.
He's a good
Yeah.
like
He'll let back in.
I don't know.
It sounds like one.
Now you did a thing.
This is what
Gone,
happens in the podcast.
It's a thing now. It's a thing.
Championship can be another podcast for another week. Like that's still interesting at the moment anyway. And Championship, I'd arguably say is like I think Championship is more competitive sometimes than the Premier League. Like I love watching the Championship every week.
Championship's way more entertaining than the Prem.
But right now, boys, we're talking about Premier League. The last thing for the main topic,
Anyways,
quickly, I'm gonna.
Bundesliga second.
I'll kick you.
I'm-
What I want to quickly do for the last 50 minutes of the main topic, roughly, give or take, is go through third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and seventh-ish. Really, I'm going to ask you one by one. I'm going to tell you a fixture. I want you to just tell me back the scores one by one. I'll call your name. So,
All right.
first match.
Give me a Sham the Great.
First match. Bournemouth Tottenham. Dan.
I'm gonna give it to Tottenham. 3-0. They're gonna flush them.
Luke.
2-1 Tottenham.
Say that again. You cut out.
2-1.
2-1 Tottenham.
Right. Matt.
2-1 Tottenham.
Last to last. Let's see.
Sham.
I reckon it'll be 3-1 Tottenham.
It'll be 2-0 Tottenham. Aston Villa Man United. Dan.
2-0.
Luke.
To Aston Villa, right?
2. Yeah, man, obviously.
3-0 Man United.
Oh, yeah.
Matt.
4-1 Man United.
Oh,
Sham.
Ooh.
And I can't
I'll do you one bet.
Sham.
I reckon it'll be either 2-0 United. 2-0 United.
I think it'll be 3-1 United. Liverpool Burnley. Sham.
I don't have enough fingers to count. Sorry. But no, I think it'll be like 3-0 Liverpool.
Matt.
I'm gonna say 1 Liverpool.
Luke.
5-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, it's
Dan?
not genuine. In my opinion, it's gonna be up there 4-0, 3-0, something like that. I'll give it 3-0, 3-0.
I'll give it 4-1 Liverpool.
I would say higher, but the thing is, Liverpool have.
Benny set back, they don't press.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like Liverpool Liverpool will score a few
Alright,
goals.
next.
And then they should sub other players off.
Next.
Chelsea Sheffield United. I'll start for obvious reasons. I think it will be a 2-1 Chelsea. Dan.
Ah, fuck. 1-0.
Luke.
2-2.
2.
To who?
Chelsea.
I said 2-2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Matt.
2. Oh, okay.
1-0 Chelsea.
Sham.
I agree. I'll go with Matt. 1-0 Chelsea.
Okie dokie. Next up, Tottenham Arsenal. Dan.
Oh.
Can they get
Fucking hell, that's 1-0, 1-0.
Luke.
2-1 Tottenham.
Sham.
I reckon it'll be 1-0 after David Luiz on goal.
Matt.
3-2 Arsenal.
I think it'll be 3-1 Arsenal with Aubameyang scoring a hat-trick.
Ooh!
Remember to put him in your
He's placing
FPL.
bets, it seems.
I'm like 7 corners.
Leicester Bournemouth. Matt.
Leicester Bournemouth. It's like a 7-0. No, 4-1
To
Leicester.
Bournemouth, right?
Luke.
4-1 Leicester.
3-0 Leicester.
Dan.
Buddy hat-trick.
3-0 Leicester.
Sham.
2-0 Leicester.
Man United set. Oh wait, I didn't say mine. Probably like 4-0 Leicester. With 2 goals from Perez and 2 goals from Iheanacho. Man United Southampton. Dan.
Ah.
Oh, is that fear? Is that fear?
That is
Dad?
nice. Yeah, it is fear.
Oh, Ings is gonna go
My-
and fucking tell
My
you
brain, when looking at Ings, is telling me it's gonna be like they're gonna drop us for like 2-0 draw or something. But I'm gonna stay confident. 6-0 United. I can help. No, I'll say 3-1. 3-1 United. Ings to get a goal for sure.
Sham?
I reckon it'll be 2-1 United with
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Ings with a
close
goal.
one probably.
Matt?
What Ings just not gonna go?
But just recent form, I just can't.
Is it home or away?
Man
I
United
think we're
at
home,
home.
aren't we?
I'm gonna say
In front of 0 fans.
4-2 United.
Luke?
5-0 United.
He's more confident than the
Yes,
United
you are.
boys. I think it's gonna be
Who's getting
a.
confident here?
I think it's gonna be a. I think it's gonna be a.
An upset?
It's an upset, yeah.
I
It's
I
an
think
upset.
he's gonna say
5-0.
6.
I think it's gonna be a 6-goal
5-0.
thriller with 3-all.
Oh.
But I think
That-
Man United. I think
that would
Man
be
United.
really
Man United are going to be 3-1 up come second half, but and Southampton
right.
are going to score in the 70th and 80th minute.
What do?
I agree with-
Greenwood and Rashford.
Get the text from Klopp. Mate, do me a favor, mush. Alright, but Gaffer.
Uh, Chelsea Norwich. I think it'll be like 2-0 Chelsea. Dan.
I'm gonna say you're gonna go rampant 4-0, 5-0, 5-0. I'll be confident. 5-0
Luke.
to Chelsea, obviously.
5-0 Chelsea.
Matt.
0 Chelsea.
Sham.
3-0 Chelsea.
Right.
I don't think Norwich have many as many home
Mr.
Norwich at the
Catrick
moment.
and Mount to get one and Giroud to get one.
That's this might be actually an interesting game. Newcastle Tottenham. Go to Matt first.
Ooh.
Oh, question. Who's home?
Newcastle.
On Newcastle if they're home.
Okay, so-
Come on, you two. Up a two.
Dan.
Matt is actually a Geordie.
2-1 Newcastle.
Luke.
I really do like them.
Here we go down again. 2-1 Newcastle.
Everyone's
Sham.
1-0 Spurs. There you go. I switched it up,
Oh,
Matt.
fuck off.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Spurs. Ali and Kane to get the goals.
Shut up.
Arsenal.
Shut
Are we
up,
against?
Arsenal Liverpool. Luke.
3-0 Liverpool.
Oh,
Sham.
okay.
Ooh, 3-0 Liverpool, yeah. Bobby hat-trick. Actually,
Dan?
no, 5-0. Bobby hat-trick, man.
I'd say Salah get one.
2-0.
Probably get 2.
Oh, damn, I said the same thing.
So
I think it's also going to be 12.
I think it's gonna be 3-2 to Liverpool.
What's that, Dan?
Oh,
said
close.
4-0 to Arsenal, Sham.
We've only got a few more.
Shoot me. The chest. Put 3 more chest.
Sorry, but like I feel like if Arsenal.
Sorry.
Sorry, I just want to say.
This is
like,
quick
if
fire,
Arsenal
quick
do-
fire!
It's gonna be 2-2 to Arsenal.
This is quick fire!
Sham, shut
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry. Look.
Oh, Sham will kick you.
Shut up. Shut up.
I can't.
Anyways, as I was saying, it'll be about
Leicester Sheffield. Dan.
I'll beat you up.
Leicester Sheffield, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna say 2-1 to Leicester.
Matt.
I'm going to say 3-1 Leicester.
Sham.
So, anyways, like I was saying, but
Shut up.
yeah, 3-1 Leicester. Kill
Luke.
Quick! I can't.
Luke.
Get to him, I can't keep going.
Luke.
Breathe. And now
Fixture again.
Leicester Sheffield.
2-1 Sheffield.
2-1 Sheffield.
I'm also going to say 2-1 Sheffield, and I think that will be the day that Man United secure fourth.
Why are you getting cats? It's not like it's...
I don't know, just a thought.
Crystal Palace, Man United. Dan.
Oh,
3-1 United.
Matt.
3-2 United.
Sham.
4-2 United.
Luke.
2-1 United, but I think United will go 1-0 down.
Well done, Luke. You successfully answered the question without dying halfway through.
3-0 Crystal Palace, Benteke to score a hat-trick. No, I think it'll be...
The slappy then.
I think it'll be 3-1 Man United.
I generally tried to
Yeah,
slap
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Actually, no. I'm gonna go 2-2.
Oh. The Palace performed. That's it.
West Ham, Watford. Dan.
Oh.
Oh, why me, man? God damn it. Okay.
Fine, Sham.
On, bro.
Quick fire.
Genuine. Okay, quick fire. Fuck. 3-2 West Ham.
Sham.
3-2 West Ham as well. Yeah, I think it'll be high scoring.
Matt.
2-1 West Ham.
Luke.
Oh, Watford.
3-0 West Ham.
3-1 Watford. 3-0 West Ham.
Tottenham Leicester. Luke.
No, Tottenham.
Sham.
Ooh, I think it'll be 2-1 Tottenham.
Matt.
0-0 Bourne draw.
Dan.
Yeah, actually, that's not surprising.
1-0 Leicester.
1-0 Tottenham. Last game out of the mixture. Wolves Crystal Palace. Sham.
1-0 to Wolves. No, Crystal Palace. 1-0 to Crystal Palace.
Dan.
3-1 Wolves.
Luke.
2-1 Wolves.
And Matthew.
3-2 Wolves.
Okay, I'll focus on just
I don't know
the
why I said
top 5 now, pretty much. So we got.
Wait, come on. What was your guess?
Oh, I think it'll be 1-0. Man United West Ham. Dan.
3-0 United.
Sham.
4-0 United.
Matthew.
5-0
2-1.
United.
Luke.
United.
5-0 United.
There you go.
3-1
6-0
United. Liverpool Chelsea. Sham.
I think it'll be 2-1 Liverpool.
Luke.
1-1.
1-1.
Dan.
2-0.
Matt.
2-0 United.
It would be.
Yeah.
2-1 Liverpool.
I'm gonna say 2-2, and I think that's the day that Man United jump into third.
It's not happening, Dan. It's not.
That's all right, sorry, just a thought.
concrete.
I think it depends really.
Where is it? I'm
Last
sorry, but where's it?
Liverpool.
Where's it being played? Stamford Bridge.
No, Anfield.
Anfield. Oh yeah, we win.
Chelsea Wolves. Dan.
Oh my god. 1-0.
Matt.
What was this fixture?
Chelsea Wolves. Who's at home? Can I ask?
Oh, fuck.
Chelsea.
Yeah, who's at home?
Top one, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
Chelsea.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna say you'll.
Whoa.
Sham.
1-0 after Pulisic just dribbles from his own half to Crystal Palace.
Luke.
2-0 Mount and Pulisic.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Chelsea.
God,
Nice,
Pulisic
nice,
is actually
nice.
incredible.
Then
He's mental.
the last game. Leicester Man United. Dan.
2-all
2-2 to Chelsea.
4-1 United.
4 United. Ooh. Okay.
Sham.
3-1 to United.
Luke.
2-1 United.
Matthew.
1 Leicester.
Damn it. I need he's gonna switch it up.
I'm gonna say 2-all.
I think we're gonna lose points somewhere, and I can see it being against Leicester.
Just it.
I think it'll be 2-all,
Cheers, Chuck.
and it will be a very, very emotional day. A, because it's the last day of the
Well,
season,
it's
and
gonna
B, we'll either be celebrating together or we'll be punching each other. So, last quick question
Oh my
to
God,
wrap.
that's intense.
Last question to quickly wrap up the topic. Who do you think will finish top goal scorer? I think it's gonna
Ooh,
be.
goal scorer.
I think it's. I think it's gonna be Aubameyang. Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. Arsenal have got a tough run. I think it will probably be Vardy or Salah.
I reckon, to be honest, and don't you dare laugh at me, it's pretty plausible. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, obviously.
I get it. I don't know, mine. I'll give it to Aubameyang. Yeah.
Even with the tough run in.
Yeah,
Maybe
goals
How,
are
how
like
many Premier League goals has Martial on now?
No idea. It's not as many though.
15?
15.
I think
Damn.
it's 15. I'm not sure.
Tammy's on 15 too. Tammy shout. No.
Never know.
Matt.
You never know. Looking at a goal score. Yeah, I'll do that as well. Actually.
I don't know what the goal scoring record is like. I don't know who's
Well,
where.
Martial
I haven't
at
seen it.
15. Vardy's currently at the top with 22. Aubameyang's on 20. Salah's on 19.
And Ings is on 18.
Ings is on it. Oh, I want Ings to win it. Aguero's also there.
I
with
want
16.
Ings to win it. I think that would be fucking hilarious for Danny Ings at Southampton to fucking
He's
win
not-
goal and
It's not
That'd be
unrealistic.
fucking
prime example for people for teams scoring a lot of goals but not really doing anything.
Honestly, I'm gonna give it to Anthony Martial. I reckon he's gonna have a massive.
I was gonna say on current form, I can't fault you.
Honestly,
Luke.
I am gonna go for Danny Ings.
And then
I would
Kane will claim as.
I'd love to see Danny Ings win it.
Either that or 3-way tie like last year.
That'd be mad if it happens 2 years in a row.
I would. Do you know what? None of us have mentioned.
If what happens?
If
last year's a 3-way tie for Golden Boot.
If it happens again, it's mad.
Well, what Matt?
None of us have mentioned Raul Jimenez from Wolves.
I was just about to say, yeah.
He's been incredible this season.
I don't think.
He's on 15. I don't think he'll do it.
For Wolves for a few seasons.
I can't see Jimenez getting even 5 goals in these games.
One hat-trick from.
No, I can't see it like myself personally, but I wouldn't knock him.
The thing is, a hat-trick from one of his players will completely change it. That's the thing.
Here's a question: do you reckon, what was his name? De Bruyne will break the assist record?
Yes.
Yeah, should do.
How many assists is he on there?
18.
What's
the assist record?
Yeah, what's the record?
Is it 20?
Yeah, if it's that low, then definitely, I think in 4 games, De Bruyne could definitely do it.
In before De Bruyne just gets injured. Oh, I should say, fucking Salah will be having 20 seasons in a row with 20 plus goals. 3 seasons in a row with 20 plus.
I was gonna say 20 seasons. What are you on about?
20 seasons. Sorry, I'm looking into the future, Con. Please forgive me.
Anyway,
I played all 20 seasons. Trust me.
Anyway, I think that's where we'll wrap it for the main topic. I think we covered top 4 and relegation pretty well. Let us know your opinions on who's going to get top 4 and relegation down below. But don't go anywhere because we're going to translate into the side topic, which is our best of the rest from the top 5 leagues. Right, so we all hope you enjoyed talking about the main topic. We're going to move on to our second topic here, which is basically the best of the rest of the top 5 leagues in Europe. So obviously, we've just spent an hour talking about Premier League, so don't think, boys, we really need to mention those. So we're going to move swiftly on to the Bundesliga this time around. And I think as best of the rest contenders go, I think Leverkusen and Schalke are up there, but Schalke, for some reason, seem to be faltering recently in recent seasons. Do you guys have any input on that, considering it wasn't long ago that they were playing Man City in the Champions League?
I want to say, I think Leverkusen have been incredible, but a huge chunk of that is due to a player called Kai Havertz.
Yes.
But do you reckon once he leaves, when he leaves, I feel like he will leave. Do you reckon he'll be able to replicate it? Funny, Con, you're pointing at Chelsea when he's actually going to go to Liverpool. But anyways,
no, he's not. Lamau.
Anyways, yeah. So, do you reckon they'll be able to stay up there?
I think a lot of Leverkusen's team is probably going to get pinched this season. To be fair, like Kai.
I mean, if they could,
I think so. Yeah.
If they're able to keep Kai Havertz, I do see them actually going to top 4.
They've got fairly decent youngsters on them, to be honest.
Leverkusen have got a good team, don't they?
Leon Bailly, Moussa Diaby.
Well, interesting news today, from Kai Havertz specifically, actually, is that he's told Leverkusen apparently that he does want to move this season. He knows Chelsea are interested and would like to go to Chelsea. It just depends if Chelsea are front runners for the bid. It just depends if they can match if they can meet a price.
How reliable is that news?
Very. It's from Fabrizio Romario.
Oh, Fabrizio.
Yeah. So
that is pretty.
And Christian Falk, who's like the one of the biggest journalists in German football. He knows of their interest and would be down for the move. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a serious issue with him moving to Chelsea. It would be a massive aid to your club. I think Kai Havertz is a quality youngster who has a lot of potential. He's already world class.
Dan, no, Matt. Before you go on this tangent, reel it in, because that was a topic from a few weeks ago. We're talking about obviously how good Leverkusen have been, but they've been recently the nearly men in Bundesliga. considering they seem to
Mm.
they get very close. Like beginning like halfway through Bundesliga this year, they were
They
were
the final
competing.
recently.
Yeah, they lost to Bayern in the
Dropped
final,
to,
but they were
to
they were
Bayern Munich, isn't it?
they were competing for the top
Mhm.
like for first at one point, and then they just slowly drop off. So
They had a they did
Yeah.
they was in the Champions League this season, was they, or was that the Europa League?
yes, I think no,
I think this is
no,
the
I think they're in
Champions
I
League,
think they're
isn't
in Europa. I think.
No, it must be. Yeah. We probably lost in the came fifth place in the Champions League then. That's what I'm thinking.
They had a few shocking. Yeah, Sham. They had flicking. Was it Atletico Madrid, Juventus?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Isn't
But,
that sad
yeah.
league, sad group?
But what was it called? On the last day of the season, they could have secured Champions League places, but they didn't. And because of that fact, I think that's probably why most of their youngsters and talent might leave because we know Champions League is obviously a big sticking point for a lot of people. So I'd be interested to see what goes if Kai Havertz is the first to go. Could be interesting to see who follows. Is there anyone else in Bundesliga that you guys like keep an eye on every now and then? Like Mönchengladbach had a very good season this year. Don't typically.
Mönchengladbach had a very storm of a season, but another team we keep an eye on is Red Bull Leipzig.
Leipzig, they're in the top 3 league. They're not in this conversation.
To be fair, Mönchengladbach. Flipping it.
They're fourth, innit?
Alright, can we not talk about them?
Why? Why do
Yeah,
you
but they're in the top.
why don't you want to talk about?
Good, Dan can't pronounce them.
But yeah, I'd agree with Sham.
Mönchengladbach
Hoffenheim is pretty good. Like
Hoffenheim have had a.
Nagelsmann managed
thank
at
you.
Hoffenheim before Leipzig, I believe. So
Thank you for Roberto Firmino again. I want to say that.
When I
From the bottom of my heart.
quickly bring up two teams. First of all, obviously Mönchengladbach was mentioned. They never normally finish top 4, so a fantastic season from them. They've done really, really well. They've scored 66 goals. I don't know who the fuck is putting them in for them, but whoever it is, congratulations. They've fucking got a. I don't know.
Alessandro Player, Marcus Thuram.
They got fucking Player. They're two quality youngsters again. But no,
Zakaria has been quality.
Zakaria,
Yeah.
team that last year severely struggled. Not last year, the season before that. And I think they've made a massive turnaround and come back. Is Wolfsburg?
Yeah.
Wolfsburg are
2 years ago, they finished 16th.
Happy birthday, Miss Ramos.
And they've moved up
Doing the back.
to 7th, fighting for Europa League places. I think last year they finished 6th. It's not exactly like it's a massive season for them, but to come back from finishing one place above relegation to fighting for Europa League, I think that's a phenomenal turnaround.
Yeah, it's a very good turnaround for them.
I think they haven't really got the best team in the world. They've got they haven't really got like the world beaters that Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, Leverkusen have got. They've managed to completely turn it around, and they've done really, really well over the past few years.
I want to say Hoffenheim beat Dortmund 4-0 in their last game, and 4 goals due to Kramaric. If I can't say his name correctly.
Kramaric has had a
Kramaric,
quality
yeah.
season.
Incredible
Linked
season.
with
Last season as well.
linked with Spurs currently.
What team do you play for before you went to Hoffenheim? Was
I
it in the Serie A?
know this answer, but I can't remember what it is.
No, it is. Well, I forgot it. No.
Kramaric.
Kramaric was
He's playing
playing
for Croatia,
for
Dinamo Zagreb.
That's the one.
Dynamo
Yeah.
Zagreb.
I swear he played in a
Croatian.
bigger team than that.
Ukraine. No, he was in
Yeah,
Ukraine.
He played for Fiorentina.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
He played for someone else. Well, I can't remember who it was though.
So Eintracht Frankfurt. They play some decent football. So I'm pretty sure. Well, let me look at the Bundesliga stat.
Compared to last season, it's probably not the season that they wanted. But to be fair, they did they sold 3 of their top strikers.
Yeah, and they're a team. Yeah, they have the 3rd most shots in the Bundesliga. They play really good attacking football. Their attacking up is brilliant. Maybe I think losing out in Europe.
He played for Leicester. He was at Leicester, not Fiorentina.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, he did play for a bigger team. Yeah.
He's playing.
Hey, Walter, right? Looking at the Bundesliga teams, like in the past, that have done well. Software, I think another team that could get back to winning ways or like back in title contention in the next 2-3 years is Werder Bremen.
But what happened then this season? Boys, what happened?
Yoink.
A load of moves. They've made a load of moves permanent. They've got that Rashika guy from Kosovo, or Cyprus, one of the two. He's quite young. He's done quite well this year. They've made Omar Toprak a permanent deal from Dortmund. They've made Bittencourt a permanent deal from Mönchengladbach, who was like their starting cam this year. And there was someone else who they've brought in as a permanent player.
What the hell happened?
They had Davy Klaassen and Agustin as
Augustine,
the two,
he's decent. That's so cool. Question:
both like
Ahsoka, is he permanently with them or? That's what I've seen. But yeah, yes. Don't worry.
I think luckily for Bremen, I think is it 2 teams get relegated in Bundesliga? I think because of the 18 teams.
They've only got 18.
So it was lucky for them. But they are
get lucky. They were off.
They scraped it.
Previously, obviously, pretty well-known team. To see them do pretty badly it's kind of one of those things. Just like you don't expect it very often. Kind of reminds me of Chelsea's season when they finished 10th the year that Leicester won the league. Like it's something you don't expect to see.
Tottenham this year.
Yeah, and that.
I'm not surprised of Tottenham. I'll be honest with you.
But quickly.
I think we're done with Bundesliga.
Quickly moving leagues over to La Liga, and this is the one league that we can include quickly. Who you guys think will actually win the title? Do you think Real Madrid will hold on to it, or do you think Barcelona might creep back and take it?
Real Madrid have a game in hand. I think Barcelona are a better side, so I don't know what's going to happen. I would like Barcelona. If this is Messi's last season at Barcelona, he's been rumored to be.
I've seen that. We've seen it before.
We see it every summer. Yeah.
It's like a team that's Ronaldo's coming back to United, maybe.
And it's the same.
His family's settled.
If it is true and this is like his last season and he does move away, it would be really nice for him to win the league. So in that regard, I would love them to win it. I've got nothing against both teams. I'm a bit more of a favoritism towards Barcelona, but yeah, I don't know. I think
I think
looking at go on.
I was gonna say I think considering Real Madrid's slow start to the league and how they performed like in maybe like last season and everything like that, I think for them to come back and be back in the conversation again, and first after what we forgetting is Barcelona were top come restart, but then they had a couple of draws. That Atletico Madrid draw was pretty big for them to draw as well, and Real Madrid have just been on top form since the restart. They just
I just feel like both teams. I don't see both teams dropping points, but that's the issue for Barcelona since Real Madrid are just easily going to win it.
Wasn't out.
Like Barcelona just have to match Real Madrid in whatever they do.
Who was Real Madrid's manager last season? Was it Zidane last season?
Yeah, I think Zidane was last season.
Yeah, and then it was beginning of the season. It was like Lopetegui and.
Okay, that's it. And Zidane came back.
Actually have a fair amount of time.
What happened last year?
Oh wait, no, yeah, when
Ronaldo left, Zidane left.
Lopetegui was last year.
Yeah, when Ronaldo left,
Zidane
left.
And Zidane had this year, yeah. Because Hazard
I was gonna say
everything at the start of the year.
Zidane, this Real Madrid team has actually broken records this season. They've been phenomenal this season. Besides their slow start, they've been breaking records ever since. I reckon that hands down they're going to win it this season.
I think one thing.
But I'd rather Barca win than Real Madrid because obviously like Messi's been great, all that as well. Stegen, yes, he's had a bit of a few shocking games. Fair play to him for bouncing back and actually being again one of the main cause in Barca's title run.
I'd say both teams have been very obviously.
Speaking of goalkeepers bouncing back, Courtois has had a massive season.
Yeah, I was going to go into that. Like, Courtois has been after his shit season last season.
First goalkeeper, I think, since 1995 for Real Madrid to get 30 clean sheets.
I think.
Yeah, it would suck for a team to lose him, wouldn't it? Looks for 30 million as well. Huh?
Right, yeah. So.
And then get a 70 million kill clear that does essentially nothing.
So because Real Madrid, as Matt said, have got one game in hand. They play Alaves. Who currently sit pretty much bottom of the table. So
Alaves and Granada.
Granada.
So realistically, Madrid should be 4 points back clear. What I do find interesting about La Liga is the fact that fourth place is never really secure for anyone. Like fourth place
No.
always
It's a
quite
pretty horse race, isn't it?
rotates. But like we've seen Sevilla, Villarreal, Getafe have like almost come out of nowhere. They've had a really good season. Sociedad,
Oh, they've
and
been
Valencia as
but
well.
then Valencia,
Valencia.
Valencia are dropping. Like Valencia are down in 8th.
Oh, I bet you now Fekir is regretting decisions.
Did Valencia sell someone?
Real Betis the 13th.
Mhm.
Valencia.
Yeah.
Valencia,
No,
they're
don't think so.
Well,
Valencia's
they
safest team as well.
swapped Neto for Silerson with Barcelona.
Honestly, out of
Oh,
La Liga, apart from the top
good.
three, I think the best team there is probably Sevilla, since they've always been up there. They've even in
Yeah.
the league, they've been like quite-
Villarreal with Cazorla. Oh,
I've-
worst
I've-
season.
Oh
I've
yeah.
actually been really impressed with Villarreal. They've had a phenomenal
Yeah.
season. They've lost more games than they should have. They've been in like winning
Cazorla doing
situations
well,
and ended up losing those games as well.
Two
And
players I
Sham
wanna
says, well,
mention.
it's nice to see Cazorla doing well at Villarreal as well.
After
Yeah.
everything, like
Cazorla,
never would have thought I would have seen him play again
Yeah, what
after the
two players
injuries
you
and
want to
stuff.
mention there?
Cazorla and Jared Moreno.
Moreno,
Cazorla's a really
Moreno's
good
been
player.
good this season.
Yeah, I'm right.
Cazorla and Jared Moreno. I think Moreno's got the
Yeah.
third most goals this season in La Liga. He's had a phenomenal season.
If that's all for La Liga, I'll quickly move over to Serie A.
Before we
Yeah,
move on,
go for it, Matt.
Vigo, shocking season. They shouldn't be where they
Yeah.
are. Considering they got the, like Aspas and shit like that. They shouldn't be where they are.
Oh,
Also,
Ryan said he's going to leave.
Espanyol
I feel
Espanyol.
Espanyol, yeah.
I feel like Real Betis should also be doing better with Fekir, isn't it? But
Yeah.
The
I
Betis
guess you can
have got
only
a
carry a team so
squad
much.
again. They
Fekir
should
had
be doing
decent
He
really
had a
well.
good season. I think he's just
After
carrying
and
keepers.
the likes of that, yeah, they should be doing better as well. But yeah, no. Anyway, carry on, Con.
So we move over to Serie A quickly. I want to like how rejuvenated like Inter Milan have been obviously this season under Conte. It's been pretty sick. As well as
Wow.
as well as shout outs to Atalanta for finishing pretty much top 4 again for the second season in a row after doing it last season, which was a surprise. Atalanta play some very good, exciting football, which is always nice to watch.
There's been
I love Alejandro Gomez. What a player! I love him so much.
yeah.
He's so good.
It's because he's in your FIFA team at one point.
It is quite interesting to see. Obviously,
He's a quality player.
it's also quite interesting, obviously, to see Lazio back up there as well in the mix.
Yeah, top scorer and top assist.
Obviously, they're not going to win it now, but it's very interesting to see.
Immobile are bringing that team.
Not just Immobile. They have
Milinkovic, Savic.
Luis Alberto and Ciro Immobile. Actually, Milinkovic Savic. He's a decent player as well.
Yep.
He's been linked to Chelsea as well. It's not going to happen.
No, but
He's been linked.
this season, they have the top assist and the top goal scorer, Immobile and Luis Alberto. Both have banging
Yeah,
seasons.
he's a solid player, mind. He's really good. I don't personally like him. I think he's he's quite a lazy player. He doesn't really do much. He's kind of that free roam position at like the cam sort of thing. But no, he on the ball he's fucking gifted. He's quality. He's still young. He's like 26, 27, something like that.
I think
for as well, they're doing quite well as Roma. In my opinion, even though they should be higher, I think Roma.
I'd say
doing
Roma
all
have had a
right.
pretty
I wouldn't
poor
say they're doing
season.
great, but
Roma standards.
Roma have been one of those
Same as
teams
Napoli as well.
that used to finish top 4.
Yeah,
Then they lost all their good players. Manolas went to Inter Milan. Oh no, sorry, Napoli. And again, Napoli have had a team who've had a
Shocker
poor
season, yeah.
You know, Roma.
AC as well. AC Milan have had a poor season.
AC Milan on the rebounds.
I want to talk. I want to talk about AC Milan in a second. But finish your point, Matt.
No, Roma are at that stage where they've kind of like sold all their good players and they've all retired and they're in one of those positions, the same sort of thing as Chelsea, where they need to rebuild and they've got some good youngsters. They've got like
a few youngsters, don't they? Yeah.
And Daniolo and
Under as well.
Cliver, stuff like that.
No, Senga's under isn't there anymore. He's at no, he is there. Sorry, I'm thinking of him anymore. I don't think of them anymore. No, they've got a good team. It's just for youngsters, and it's the same thing that Chelsea's got going on, where they need to rebuild, and Chelsea's done a really good
I
job.
don't know what their managerial situation is like, but I think like you need to find someone as well. It's like Lampard, where they can or Ole, where they can buy into the process.
Well,
Francesco
they can then become more.
They've got a beautiful blend of young and experienced players.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
Speaking of like rebuilding, like both in Milan teams been doing quite well.
Well, yeah, we mentioned
Because
Inter. We mentioned Inter at the start with Conte, but
Yeah.
I honestly think
like
if
Milan.
AC can get some of their transfer business right, which to be fair, I don't think they did awfully this season. Maybe bringing, maybe selling, what was that Polish striker's name to Hertha Berlin? Piątek was maybe a bit hasty and bringing a 38-year-old Zlatan, even though he's gonna score goals, might have been a bit suspect. But like Theo Hernandez, Theo Hernandez was a pretty good piece of business. They've got is it Rugani? No, not Rugani. No, no. Who's that? Who's that?
It's not.
Roman goalie. Like, and obviously they've got Donnarumma if he stays for another season. Like, I think if they can get their revolving door of managers under a bit of control, maybe a bit more stabilization to the clubs, and maybe some good piece of transfer business, we could see AC also do a bit of a resurgent return to Serie A next season.
They've already got the quality to do so. They beat Juventus 4-2 recently, and they've also beat Lazio, who's second place, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and they're going up against Napoli next, so that'll be a tough game.
AC Milan have got a manager in for next season. I think they've given Gattuso the remainder of the season.
Gattuso's in Napoli.
No, he's not. Gattuso's AC Milan.
I think he's
Gattuso's at Napoli. He replaced Carlo Ancelotti.
I think he's at Napoli now. I swear he is.
Yeah.
But no, I think no. They've got some guy in called
Yeah, Gattuso's at Napoli.
Yeah.
What's his name? The AC Milan manager. I forgot his name.
Rangnick.
Something like that.
Yeah. Stefan Pioli.
And I've never ever heard of him before, but he's just beaten Juventus, so.
Fair play,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think last quick mention for Serie A is that I also really like watching Sassuolo play, mainly because Jeremy Boga's there and he's a former Chelsea youth product. But I still like the way they play.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? Like, you got AC Milan, Napoli, Roma, all at 5th and 6th and 7th.
Caputo for Sassuolo, as it's called.
Like, should be doing bad Napoli.
Like like I definitely say Serie A and Bundesliga probably have the more like the second most competitive like league. I know Atletico, like La Liga's there with Atletico, but they're a bit all topsy turvy. So considering that's 7 top teams right there, which you could all expect to be top 4, just constantly revolving, I think Serie A is definitely stepping up, especially with how I suppose poor Juventus have been, despite them being top of the league. But if Sarri stays for another season, that'll be very, very interesting. With those covered, we'll move over to Matt. Go.
Quickly, another couple of teams: Fiorentina, Torino, Sampdoria. They should all be higher, sitting at 13th, 14th, and 15th. Previously, all been Champions League sides, and also Brescia down in 19th. Tonali and Balotelli
they've been awful.
Leaving.
100% will be leaving.
And also
awful
like Donnarumma, he'll also be leaving as well. I think he's like 24, 25. He'll also be going as well. So that's
he's young. He's young.
Anyway, carry on, sorry.
So with that said, we'll move over quickly to League On, and considering the best team is obviously always PSG, we'll consider anyone pretty much from 6th up as the best of the rest.
On 7th though.
Marseille have had a very good season, returning up to like second this year.
Alvin's been quality.
So many talking points with Liga. Like for example, if you go from the bottom up, who's very good side, they shouldn't be where they are. Saint Etienne are 17th.
Yeah.
That's mad.
I'll tell you what, though, even though we said we want to talk about like teams below the top 6.
We are this.
I remember.
No, pretty much anyone from PSG down. Just because it's that much daylight.
In that case, then one team I really enjoyed going to watch was Los Glio, because remember, even though it was one game against Marseille, watching them play was absolutely incredible.
They've some had really talented youngsters. A very good year.
Yeah,
Oshiman, Gabriel.
Oshiman apparently has been linked to Liverpool.
Yeah, he's also been linked to Man United and Chelsea, so we'll see.
I think he's going to Italy.
Yeah, I could see that going. I think moving maybe to a big club after just one top season.
Player like Wissam Ben Yedder, he's at a quality.
Yeah, Ben Yedder's played well.
Monaco.
Surprising that Monaco's 9th.
Monaco have done well to get back where they like into the top 10 at least.
Leon, one team if
I keep forgetting.
Relegation.
I keep forgetting, to be fair, that
Until-
League One
Mad.
finished. I keep forgetting that they finished and I'm
Yeah,
not
no.
playing.
What a sign-in for
It's quite sad, to be honest.
for Ben Yedder. You'd probably come in clutch for them, to be honest.
I want to say, like, I've been
Don
7
as well,
plays, but
finished,
Leon is one team in Ligue 1 that I've always really enjoyed. Like, just like they've always had the quality on them. They beat Juventus 1-0 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
High injury really screwed them over.
Yeah, Leon
Yeah.
sitting in
Yeah.
7th doesn't sit right with me. It's like it's really unfortunate. It's
They
mainly
lost on
Oh.
Fakir and they lost on Papai for the season.
Aouar was incredible. Like, he's had an incredible season, as well Dembele.
I
I was on.
Aouar, yeah, well, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not
Two
French.
teams who I think have had
Denayer is also a
phenomenal
good defender.
years are Stade Rennes and Stade Reims.
Rene.
Rene and
Stade Rennes.
and Rennes, both finishing. What is it like? Fucking
3rd and 6th.
third and sixth. Like, they've come from absolutely nowhere. Brilliant seasons. I think Niang is
Fun,
and Rafinha from from Lisbon.
fun fact, if you didn't
Fun-
know, was Mendel and Belly started at Ren? Just
Yep,
in case you didn't know.
I know that. Of course, I know that.
as well.
I-
One goalkeeper I do want to mention that's had a quality season. He's played, Ratchovic. If that's how you pronounce his name, Ratchkovic.
Who's that one? That's
The Serbian goalkeeper for Stade Rennes.
that's the one. Yeah,
He's had a phenomenal season.
quite a few breakout stars in the league this year. Like I for one didn't expect to see Marseille anywhere near the top 4 for another couple of years, but fair play to Villas-Boas. He did something in the season and sparked them up to gear. Because seeing them a second is pretty weird.
One team I'm really surprised with, looking at their position, the past few years, to see them now 12th is Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Malcolm, rest in peace out in Russia.
And you drink vodka now,
Yeah.
Could you honestly, to be fair though, wasn't he going to Chelsea and then
No, he was going to
Yeah,
Roma and then
and then
swapped to
somebody
Barcelona.
There's big rumors
Was
with
it?
Chelsea there.
There's Toulouse has
and then,
only
yeah, he was
in
really linked to
last
Roma.
place
He
in
would,
Ligue
he
1.
would be perfect. He would be
Toulouse
perfect for
is-
you right now. Pulisic, Ibrahim, or Werner, and then out on that right hand side, Malcolm with Ziyech sitting in behind. Oh, that'd be glorious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If he was still, half decent.
But then
It's
Mount
not got
would
Hudson
just-
Odoi though. This
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I'd still take Hudson.
Yeah.
Chelsea have
I'd
so
give
many
Hudson
quality
Odoi.
players, though. You don't like. They're gonna get into a division where you have too many good players again, and loads
No, to
somebody
be fair,
else.
Marseille have had a quality season.
Obviously, like Toulouse is 20 up in Ligue 1, and they're only on like 30. I guess 28 games, 13 points. That's just shocking.
What place is
That's-
Nice?
Nice are 5th. Vieira got them
Yeah.
up there.
Not bad. Do they still have Balotelli?
No,
Oh, Balotelli's at
Brescia
Seven,
in
seven,
Serie
yeah.
A.
His
Yeah,
home club.
so,
He's at his home club.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah, they did.
and he's leaving them at the end of the season as well. So it'll be interesting to see what he does next.
Yeah.
Just anywhere but Liverpool.
Ali is one of those players, right, who actually has some sort of quality.
Talent.
He's an okay striker. He's
Yeah.
His mentality.
so arrogant and so mismanaged. Not mismanaged. He's such a pain in the fucking
character.
ass.
A bit of a
Such a twat.
character.
Wasn't a
They can
twat.
get away being a like.
Yeah, can't this time.
I was like, wait.
Stop
I
Matthew.
will I wanted to talk about Nice and some of their players that have performed pretty decent this season. Yusuf Atal, Malang
Good
Sarr.
say Nice have performed quite nice this season.
I think
Sorry.
the only thing with Nice is that I think a lot of their stars might be out of contract this season. Like Malang Sarr's out of contract this season. Yusuf Atal, I think, wants to leave. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to those if Vieira can work some magic next season and maybe sign some players.
Yeah.
Or keep all who he's got.
Squad. They've the right team. They've got like the likes of Cyprien, Atal. Who's their striker at the moment? I can't remember who their fucking striker is.
I
Top of them.
know this question. I know the answer. Fuck! Sorry, I hit you, boys. I hit you.
It hurt me,
Go, Eric.
Felix. Can't stop.
Yeah, man. I forgot it was for the strikers.
Oh, what's his
Oh, let me-
fucking name?
Oh, Casper Dolberg.
That's the one.
That's it.
No, they've got Casper Dolberg, Yusuf Atal, Malang Sarr's running out of contract, as you said. Wylan Cyprien.
Cyprien's a pretty good, is a decent midfielder, and they've also got Wage from Barcelona as a right back. I think he's on loan at the moment though. If they could make that permanent, that'd be pretty quality. Obviously, they've also just signed Morgan Schneiderlin as well from Everton.
Premier League experience, so that's good. Adam Unas is a midfielder, so he's been playing pretty well, I think. And so is Amine I can't pronounce his surname.
Guiri, or something
like that. He's on loan from Lyon. He's 17 years of age. He's a future star. They bought Danilo from Benfica last year.
As well.
And they've got Dante. Both of them have had already seasons. They've also got Thuram. I don't know if it's the same Thuram as Mönchengladbach or if he's on loan there or not. They have got their goalkeeper Cardinal. He's had a pretty good season as well, and obviously they've got Harrell as well, at centre back, who's pretty good as well.
So with those top 4 leagues, anyone else you would quickly want to mention, or is that?
That's that for me.
No problem.
Oh, Dan! Who was forgetting? Gamiero, however you pronounce it.
Gamiero. Wait, does he play for? Is he still at Valencia?
No, he's
That's the player they sold.
That's
the player they sold.
I don't know. I don't know if he's on loan there. Hang on. I think actually he might be on loan.
Yeah, I think he is.
Apparently he's still at Valencia. He's not. Interesting.
Yes, he is.
I'm not quite sure how that one worked out.
Never mind.
But, he was at Valencia for a good couple of seasons. He's obviously at Nice this year. He's on the throughout.
Right, so with those leagues all talked about and wrapped up, obviously leave your opinions down below as well. Who's one of those teams that you don't really support in that league, but you don't mind watching from time to time, and let us know who you think should be higher or lower depending on their performances from this season. But with that all being said and done, we're going to move over to the goalkeeper tier list. And just like that, with the power of editing, we are back. And the last topic is the most controversial topic, where we rank this season's pretty much best goalkeepers in terms of ranking and performance, and put them into these 5 categories of world class, very good, average, and trash. Now, it's very important to note that we are doing it off our own opinions, obviously, and due to current form, not all time, this season specifically. So keep that in mind, and if you want to yell at us, do it very angrily. Type that big ass comment in all caps. Let us know that you have grievances with us. But
also come over to our channel, subscribe to all of us as well, and make sure to comment on all our videos too.
Yeah. You're in the description of all. You're in the description of all of them. Like, if you aren't subscribed to these other 4 people who put up with me, why aren't you? Go do it. Go do it right now, and go check out top 10 hottest Star Wars characters. Best video out there.
It's my video.
So, we're gonna go straight in and start with Allison, who is the first keeper up here. So for current season, obviously Liverpool are champions. He's made an extraordinary difference for them. I think straight into world class, boys.
Yeah, straight into world class.
Right, so I think this is I don't know if this is Areola or if it's Lafont.
It's Areola. That's
and
that looks like Areola to me.
That is Areola.
So it goes in alphabetical order, remember? So it's Allison, Areola, Berkey.
So I think Areola, only because he's not really getting much game time, obviously, because Courtois is the main man at Madrid. For current form, I guess he's got to go in trash.
I don't think he's trash.
No, average.
Yeah, average.
Considering this season, I think he's played about.
I'm checking now.
I would assume he'd played the cup games probably.
He played a couple of games with PSG.
I think he had a couple of games.
Was Courtois injured in the beginning?
When he was having a shocking run of form, I think Areola had a couple of games. I think he's at the moment. I think he's 23, 24.
Well, he's had about 12 games and he conceded 12 goals, but he's got 5 clean sheets. I think that's quite good. personally. I'd say
No.
I guess it's
Five,
average.
five and 12 is just under half. It's just under 50% of the games he's played. So I would
Yeah.
put him in average. Put him in average.
Yeah,
He's
I'd
okay.
put him in
Average, yeah?
average. Yeah.
Average.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's definitely not trash.
He has a brilliant future ahead of him at PSG. When Keylor Navas like moves on, he has that number one spot. He's
His
a really
future
good
is as bright as his forehead. We'll move on.
So next up we got Roman Berkey for
Good.
Wow.
Very good, I'd say.
If we're talking about current form,
Oh,
Yeah, if
For
you're
current
talking
form,
about
good.
Current form,
good, yeah.
current form, good. Yeah, if this was about like the careers, he'd be in very good. I think personally,
Yeah.
I put him up.
He's had
Yeah.
Current form,
Actually-
he's dipped a little bit in current form.
He's
So
conceded a lot of
Current
goals.
form dip.
He's conceded of so many goals. 59 matches, 51 goals he conceded.
when
to
was
be
that?
fair, the way Dortmund play is quite an open style.
It could be you could blame Dortmund too.
But
Yeah,
no, yeah,
But no, I
that's
feel
not the best.
I don't think he's going to be very good when you're conceding more goals than you've played matches. First.
Yeah. I think good's about right for them because Dortmund finished
He's
second.
he's pulled some good saves. I mean, he had a blunder against Bayern Munich that did cost the match for Dortmund.
I think.
The thing we're forgetting about as well is
I wouldn't mind
Champions
him in
League.
average, I'll be honest.
Huh? What did you say, Matt?
you forget the Champions League this year as well, where Dortmund they were good in the group stages, and that was about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think good's a good place for him. So next up we got Thibaut Courtois.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
the-
worth it.
especially this season, world
either
class, no
good
doubt.
or very good.
No doubt, world class.
Oh yeah,
especially
world
after this
class,
season.
world
Courtois has
a
had-
world class.
Courtois,
Looking at his stats now,
yeah, no, he's had 39 appearances and he only
one-
conceded 28 goals with 20 clean sheets, was it?
But
this
that's in what's that overall.
This
That's not
season.
in the
That's
league.
La Liga,
That's this
La
season, that's
Liga,
this season.
That's this
21
season.
appearances,
That's this season.
18 goals conceded, 17
Con,
clean
Con,
sheets.
okay, Con, he's not at your club anymore. It's fine. Move on, Con. World class.
Yeah, no
Class.
doubt, world class.
Okay. I agree with that. David De
Con,
Gea.
it's okay. It's okay, Con.
Very good.
No, you know what? He's been good. He's been good. He's been good. Not very good.
good.
I don't
No,
know.
Yeah, I think he has like
He's had.
I
been off-
his
put him
sa-
in good.
Even though, no, very good at world class.
very
This
good.
season,
Current-
even though he's
current
had those
form.
blunders, he has 78% save percentage. That's one of the highest in Europe's top 5 leagues.
He's had
What people are
56
forgetting, right? What people are forgetting is the fact that we're going on current form, but that current form is based on previous form. That current form. If you look at David De Gea now and you've seen him for one season alone, you'd say, oh, he's a pretty good keeper. Like
Yeah.
the team is in fifth, fighting for Champions League football. He's not making that many. Like he's not his save percentage is down, and he's conceded a lot more goals than he probably should have last year.
He's
It's still pretty high. Save percentage is still pretty high.
He's had
What-
36 appearances with 36 goals and 12 clean sheets.
But
Yeah.
what you're forgetting
That's-
is what you're
that's
forgetting.
good,
is two seasons ago, he was the best
12
keeper.
clean
in the
sheets
world.
ain't bad. I'd say he's
Yeah.
good or very good.
Yeah,
but
two
not
seasons
bad.
ago he was best keeper in the world. Last
That's not
season
important
he
right now.
was. Last
Season
season,
he had a
last
problem,
la-
this season he had
On
enough
this season only, he's got to be like very good at least.
I-
Let's say
I
his
would-
saves
I would-
per
Very
I
good.
wouldn't-
is very
wouldn't
high.
be
I don't
good.
agree putting him in the same boat as Berkey.
He's
Okay,
better than Big.
Okay, so let me
Very
let,
good.
let me let me
Come
let
back
me
down to
let me pose a question for you then. Obviously, he's not in this list, but Dean Henderson, I would say, has been better than David De Gea this season. But Dean Henderson
Yeah,
isn't world class,
Dean
so I
Henderson.
He's very
Henderson
good.
has been playing for Sheffield United, though. That's the difference. He hasn't had that previous form that is pronounced in world class. And
yeah, but we're not going off previous form. It's current form.
Yeah,
No,
current form.
you're not getting it. Previous form is the reason why you think he's so shit now. He was
Oh,
at that
okay.
because he was up
Saying,
there.
De Gea's
Because he was top
performance,
Yeah.
De Gea's performance last season
He's not
is why
shit.
we.
I agree with Matt. I agree with Matt.
No, no. If anything, though, in that case, last season is what makes me think he's so shit now. This season he's been better than last season, but he hasn't been astronomically better.
Exactly. So he went from world class down to shit, back up to good. So
Yeah, but if
he dropped and then regained it.
I just don't see how he goes in the same boat as Berkey, to be honest.
No,
Yeah,
he's not
actually,
in
you
the
know,
same
you know,
boat
you know,
as
Dan, Dan, for that very same comment, he goes in very good for me. For that comment alone.
Yeah, I always put him very good. Yeah. Thinking about it.
Obviously, we can reshuffle these again at the end like we did last time.
Yeah.
So next up is Donnarumma. Obviously, so AC Milan is sitting in 7th currently. And he's been fairly consistent over the past couple of years, but yeah, I don't think he's been astronomically like the difference maker. So I probably put him in good.
He's got attitude problems, and he thinks I don't think he's big. I don't think he thinks he's bigger than the club, but I think he feels like he should be further on in his career than he is.
Yeah.
And for that reason, he loses points for me, and I would put him in. I would put him. I think he's better than Berkey, but he's not on the same level as the.
Yeah, he's a good goalkeeper.
He's had 13 clean sheets in 32 appearances with 38 goals conceded.
We'll say that again.
32
appearances, 38 goals conceded.
Yeah,
That's decent.
So he's worse than De Gea, I feel like, going off that.
Would you say okay? We'll put it this way. We'll put him in good. Is he better or worse than Berkey?
I agree. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on this. I'll be honest.
I'm probably better, especially after this season. This season, definitely, hands down. He single-handedly won games for AC Milan this season.
Yeah.
He is a phenomenal keeper at times when he's being consistent. I think that when he comes, like obviously Serie A has a lot of good teams with a lot of good strikers, and AC Milan, okay, sure, slay me if you want. They don't have the best defense. They leak goals sometimes, and it's not exactly always his fault. And I think he gets the blame. He's the scapegoat sort of because of his attitude problems. They just kind of blame him the same sort of thing as Pogba.
AC Milan is kind of a bit like the old Liverpool, where we just outscore the team. That's how they win.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so good.
I put
better than Berkey.
He's better than Berkey. I put him in good.
Okie dokie. Next up is Edison.
Very good.
I'd say very good.
No, not world class.
Not world class. Only because he's been doing it. Well, I don't know, previous form, current form. You know. He did just get beaten. He did just get beaten by Che Adams. You know, from.
Oh come on!
Che Adams. He's definitely one of the better goalkeepers in the world.
I think he's very good, and current form, I think he's probably better than De Gea.
I feel like
I put him world class.
I feel like world class just thrown around too easily, though. I mean,
but that would be an all-time form. Current form.
No one in this list. No one in this list. No one in this list is
from the rest of this list. I can see. I personally think 2 more people go in world class.
I know exactly who you're going to say.
I know exactly.
I think the same person. I think they're the same people as well.
Exactly. So, I think Edison is very good, and I think he's better than De Gea this season.
Obviously, he definitely doesn't go above Alisson.
Yeah, but
as in starts against for Brazil.
No, but you know, for what he does for City, it's not just goalkeeping.
Incredible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he's on the touch. He's amazing. I think after Neuer, he's one of the better goalkeepers.
He's like such a different type of goalkeeper. It's like amazing what he does.
Right. Okay. Dan sounds a bit. Salty.
Yes.
So we'll take a vote. Luke, Edison, very good or world class?
Got a bit of Daniel here. All-time form, world class, but right now because he's doing current form, very good.
Matt.
I don't put him even in all-time. I don't put him in world class.
Sham.
Very good.
World
No. Yeah, no, very good.
Very good.
Okay. Yes, he's done very good.
Okay, better or worse than De Gea? I think better.
Current form, 100% better.
Yeah.
Yeah, better.
Okay.
My current form, we're talking about this season, right?
Yeah.
So
this next keeper is someone that's very close to our hearts.
Mm.
However, unfortunately, on current form, we've decided where they are.
Just looking at, well, no, you can't say that. He was very good for Swansea, and Swansea got relegated.
No, can't. Oh, guys. He has the 4th worst save percentage in Premier League.
Never mind, he's trash. You're trash.
Like Fabianski, we love you for your time at Swansea. We love you. But
Fabianski's watching this video right now. And like, I was going to shine them a shirt and everything, but nah, fuck that. I'm not doing anything for these gimps.
Also, at the moment, if you're comparing Fabianski to the rest of the keepers in this list,
yeah.
So it's a losing battle for him.
For reference, I forgot to make the list, so this one was already made again. But it was pretty much along the lines of what we were looking for. So I was like, other than maybe like 1 or 2 keepers in it, I think most of them are there. So
honestly, I wouldn't have minded if Karras was in this, so I could put him in trash. But...
Where's Freddie Woodman?
So next up we've got Samir Handanovic.
Very good. Very good. I feel he's very good.
Very good.
What's his stats been like?
He's not world class. He's up there, but he's not world class.
I personally think good, just because I don't think he's on the same level as Edison and De Gea. I know Inter have been obviously pretty rampant, but I don't think that's just somewhat down to Handanovic. Like, so I probably put him in good above Donnarumma.
He's had 9 clean sheets in 36 matches with 39 goals going in the back of his net.
36 matches, 39 goals conceded, is it?
Yeah.
Those are very similar stats to Donnarumma.
Yeah.
But those are good stats, though. They are very good.
They are good stats.
So I'd say I personally think at the top of good.
I think he's on the same level as Edison personally.
Oh,
I can go with that then, I guess.
In previous seasons, yes. This season's a bit not been. Yes.
I'll go with you. I haven't been following him as much, so I'll just take your words for it.
So you remember though, right? It's this season, not all the other seasons.
Exactly.
I think given the fact that he's got similar stats to Donnarumma, I think that just labels him in just above him in good.
What we have to remember, right, is that we need to be looking at these keepers as if it's the first time that we've ever seen them. We need to be looking at their stats because obviously we can't go on previous form. This is because it isn't fair. Like I said with De Gea, you're comparing him to his world class status, and then he dropped and he turned to shit. He's still a phenomenal keeper, but it's just because he's been crap recently that everyone thinks that he's crap in general. He's not. He's just had a shitter period.
Yeah.
So
if you're looking at all these players from this single season point of view, then the stats come in very important, and I think that for Handanovic personally, he goes in good above Donnarumma.
Yeah, and especially because the place also affects some of their stats quite a bit. Like Alisson, I'm pretty sure he's if you look at the amount of saves he has, he goes like down to rank 20th in the Premier League.
Yeah.
When in terms of saves made, like the way that your team set out kind of helps the keeper out quite a bit as well.
That being said,
in
as
terms
well,
of conceding goals,
how shit your team's defense is. So, like De Gea's gonna be forced to make more saves than.
But then again, you look at Fabianski; he's been forced to face a lot of shots, but he hasn't been the best even so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with him going good for that reason.
So top of good, yeah.
Yeah.
Next is Bert Leno.
After this season, very good or world class.
Very. He's had one of the highest save percentages this season, hasn't he?
Save percentages.
It's a tough one though. Because it's
third.
In the same sort of regard as Handanovic. But if you're looking at Leno, if you're looking at where Arsenal are in the table, if you're looking at everything, he hasn't had the best of seasons, but that's completely bullshit because everyone knows he's.
He has.
No, he has. He has third in the highest save percentages. We're looking at this season as well.
No,
this season. This season.
He's been great this season.
Third for saves percentage, and he's second for actual saves made.
I don't know if I put him above De Gea and Edison.
I'll put him above De Gea.
Behind, I would say.
For this season, as a goalkeeper, I put him above both.
Yeah. All right, I'll take you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I can agree with that.
Connor?
I put him above. I put him above De Gea, not above Edison. Though.
Yeah, I agree with Matthew. I don't think he's better than I don't think he's better than Edison, but I can see him. I can put him above De Gea, I think.
I can settle for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up is French captain Hugo Lloris.
I think he's one there. I don't know because I saw this stat earlier. What was it? It's a little graph that I saw earlier.
You're gonna tell me that he scored more goals than like Paul Pogba or something.
Lloris is I think he's has a okay. So there's this one graph I saw earlier where Lloris he faces a harder shot and he saves the expected save percentage is one of the highest.
Well, for the hard shots.
Yeah, for the harder shots. Like he's I think Alisson.
How many goals you can see this season compared to appearances?
Yeah, I'm looking at that now.
Alright,
this season didn't Gazaniga have a couple of games?
Yeah, he was injured. He was injured for a lot of it.
Yeah, remember he broke his arm, was it?
Did a little wrestle tussle with Son. That was because Son wasn't tracking back for a defender. That then
And what's the goals conceded, Sham?
So he's played 22 matches and he conceded 34 and 4 clean sheets. I'd say he put him in good.
Good average.
Good average,
Guys,
Average.
This season, current form,
Average.
He's better. He's obviously he's got a bigger stature than Areola, but he's average this year. He's
top of average.
He's one of those keepers, like, and I know we're not looking at previous form. He's one of those keepers that was world class and has dropped massively.
Would you argue that he hasn't dropped, but like Tottenham's defense has?
No, but he has a bit. Yes,
he has a bit. He has a bit.
Makes quite a few silly errors.
Yeah,
he's making mistakes in the World Cup, and it nearly cost France. They got lucky because their team is stupidly OP. But
that's funny.
He was making errors in the last World Cup, and he has been ever since.
Right.
This next player,
I know. He's probably still young.
Alex, yeah,
Anthony Lopez.
He's good. He's been doing good.
He's a good keeper. Very good. I wouldn't put him in very good, but he's good. He's really good.
I mean, Leon did finish 7th. So Sham, do you want to pull up the stats?
25 goals conceded in 26 appearances.
Okay,
that's amazing. He's a phenomenal goal. Even in the Champions League, he was amazing. I wouldn't mind putting him at bottom of very good.
I put him in the bottom of very good considering those stats.
Anthony Lopez has had 37 appearances, 41 goals conceded, but 12 clean sheets.
Yeah. That's overall though? That's overall
the season.
Competition, isn't it?
That's the season, yeah. No
competition. Yeah, that's all comps. That's right.
Yeah.
All comps. Yeah, he goes to the bottom of very good. I'll take that.
Yeah, I agree. That's fair.
Okie dokie. Next.
Is he like 26, 27 as well? Like he's not old yet.
Yeah, I think he's like 25, something like that. He's pretty young.
Stegen next, is it?
But yes, Marc-Andre to Stegen.
I don't need to look at stats. I know where he's going.
He's world class.
Above or below Courtois?
If we're talking about this season, I would say below.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Especially if you talk about.
Yeah, no, Courtois got kept more clean sheets.
Courtois been amazing. I'd probably put Courtois in the top.
He's had 41 appearances, 39 goals, and 15 clean sheets. 39 goals conceded, like as in he didn't score for goals, so obviously.
Never mind, the tier list doesn't want to do it.
Oh, tier list is broken.
I could agree with Courtois going just because of obviously it's a lot like as we said, it's a lot of the team the way it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, Courtois faces a lot more than Alisson does.
Yeah.
Again, I was just watching Alisson's match. Like today, he put up some amazing saves, and then what you don't talk about is his positioning is one of the best for goalkeepers, in my opinion.
But again, he doesn't face many shots.
Exactly.
And the shots that he does face aren't like they're just desperate efforts.
Courtois above Alisson purely because this season when they started off shit, he came back and he's literally. I wouldn't say single-handedly giving them the title, but it's massively.
I wouldn't spoil who's first, but like I was looking at a few goalkeeper ranking lists earlier today, and almost all of them had Alisson either first or second.
Yeah, but they look at actual like goals conceded stats and.
No, he's looking at we're talking about Alisson's actual quality value as a player, what he could do, and how he's an all-round goalkeeper as his positioning and is on the foot as well. He's not as good as a shot stopper as Oblak or as on the ball as Neuer, but he is.
Is Neuer in this list? Oh Christ! I can't wait to roast him as well.
100%.
I'm happy with Courtois going over Alisson. Isn't it like?
Yeah, I'm happy with that as well. I'm happy with that.
So next up is Kate.
Keylor Navas. On his day. This season.
Can I say right?
15 goals conceded, 11 clean sheets.
But we have to remember he plays for PSG. Like
I've got a very soft spot for Keylor Navas.
I know you do. I knew
I fucking love him. He's a brilliant goalkeeper. Thoroughly mistreated, rated. I think that he's a phenomenal goalkeeper who does not get enough praise. And yes, okay, fine. He's playing at PSG, but even when he was at Real Madrid and Courtois was doing shit, he was still putting
up. I wouldn't put him as world class though.
No, he's not world class.
Honestly, hold on. Can we just say though? Over the past few seasons, obviously, he's been in consecutive Champions League where he was world class then. Yeah. Would everyone agree with that? Yes, I know, but would everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes, he was world class.
When he was at Real Madrid, he was world class.
Yes, okay, but since when has he dropped form? I haven't seen him drop form. Every season it's the same.
He hasn't, but he's just faced less because he's at PSG.
Yeah, because he's at PSG, they just don't.
We can't apply that logic to Alisson, but then not apply it to Neves.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
I put him very good. I would personally put him below Edison and above everyone else. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I really rate Leno this year.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know which way around it could go.
I put him third personally.
All right, then. I can agree.
A third.
He's playing for PSG in the Farmers League. I put him third.
Yeah, he's not Alisson level this season. No.
I go
He's
third.
not. He honestly, oh, fucking love Keylor Navas, bro. Reach out to me. I'll give you the biggest hug in the world. Fucking cut him out. Fucking dinner. Like,
He had an amazing World Cup.
Yeah, I remember that.
Costa Rica.
Next up is Neto, Barcelona's backup keeper.
Like, what the fuck?
Average.
Average or trash.
Trash.
He's played a few games. Like,
Let's look at him. Let's look at his stats. Let me build up his stats.
Oh, Sham, bring it up, son.
Statman Sham, call me that. So Neto.
Really spat out all my paps, yeah.
Okay, he's had no clean sheets. 4 matches and 7 goals conceded. I just put him in trash considering. Well,
That's not great, mind.
he was literally bought by Barcelona just to balance the books.
Yeah, no, he was.
And if we're going off current form, like there isn't really much form to go off. So
yeah, I don't know. Like, average or trash. I don't. Neuer now. Ooh, okay, Matthew, you just had some.
Right. Okay. Right. First of all, right. I don't understand, right? Why he's still there? I really don't.
You don't?
I don't know.
You really?
I don't know how. No, I fucking hate him.
He's
I hate him.
incredible.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
He's a very good goalkeeper.
Trash.
that's harsh.
Really,
That's very harsh.
Trash is
Harsh.
very harsh as well, I'd say.
Super harsh.
Fucking hell,
Nah.
call me
Nah.
whatever you like. I don't like him. I hate him. The only thing he brings
Sham, what website are you using?
is good on the
Huh?
ball.
What
He-
website?
I'm
he plays
using.
super keeper, like he
That's
developed that super keeper
Just-
role.
I'd say some stats from someone else earlier. Like Neuer was one of, before this, I looked up some of them, in my opinion, the bigger goalkeeper stats. Neuer, 47 appearances. He had 36 goals conceded and 20 clean sheets. Yes, that is fucking trash, Matthew. You are correct.
Oh no! I'm not saying he's a shit goalkeeper.
He's very
I
good, if not world class.
just hate him. I can't stand him. I
Oh,
don't
we're
know
not.
what.
I was waiting for that. That's why I was silent. I was waiting for Matt to go. I just hate him. I fucking hate him.
Why do you hate him, man? It's
He's
his
a great
arrogance.
keeper. He is. He's a really good keeper. Like
Yeah.
he makes his mistakes, and he last year.
Well, the thing is, Matt, we're not on about the character and the personality. We're on about the quality.
Just let Matt just.
God,
Yeah, to be fair, I can't stop him from going on a tangent twice now. I think got this one.
little fucking ass, right?
Oh, he's doing it again.
I
Never mind.
don't like Neuer. He's a good keeper. I would put him good, very good. One of those two. He's not world class.
Is it because he's Belgian, Matthew?
Evidently,
You know how you hate
Belgium. Do you mean Sham? You just said Belgium.
Is he Belgian? He is Belgian.
He's not. He's German.
Oh, he's
For some
German.
reason, I was still thinking about Couture for some fucking reason. I'm so
Oh,
autistic.
I think previous seasons,
Just still
he's.
hit
I
my
think
name,
pre-
Brendan Allison.
I think previously he's
Go on.
world class, but for this
Yeah.
season, the fact that for the fact that
Before we
Jim,
make
yeah, go on.
the final decision, I'd like to say he is part of a record-breaking Bayern side this season,
Yeah, no, he
and
is.
his ball play is still like
I wanna put
second
him
to
in-
none,
I would
maybe
put him
along
in-
with Edison.
I would put him in world class.
I just want to throw that in there.
Like,
I
he still
personally
pulls off. So
ju-
he's still an incredible shot stopper as well as a shot
But
stopper.
what everyone is forgetting is Bayern's defense is the best in the league. No one comes close.
Oh, we're not. Yes, but like as
I-
a shot stopper, I'm talking about him as a shot stopper. His quality when saving balls is also incredibly good.
It has diminished over the years, but we're not talking about that.
It's
obviously.
still incredibly good.
I personally think.
yeah.
I think personally, just
agree.
because of Bayern's quite stuttering, like Bundesliga campaign for the most part,
Mhm.
and the fact that again we're applying it to Allison and Keylor, I think he goes top of very good, just because he faces less shots.
I do want to say I don't
I
think.
put him top of very good, but he's not world class. He's out of that
I mean,
category.
I do think like that whole logic is a bit flawed because like the shots he does face are like does he say them? Yes, he does.
Yes, but you got to remember defenses.
But,
Yeah,
like I said, the shots
Got
he does face
Liverpool.
though, like the shots
Again, Sham, when it comes to shots faced against, he's also like 21. Shots on target, he's like 21 in that range. 21st Allison is now. I'm talking about
21st and missing is it?
in that list, yeah.
But no, I mean,
Snubbed in the butt.
well, no, but again, that again, it's just like some of the shots are just a lot harder than of like. Allison has been like he doesn't have to save many shots again because of his positioning. Like he stops the players from even shooting. Like I can't shoot there.
That's not Allison. That's not part of Allison. That's Liverpool's
No,
the way they set up. players are just forced to take desperate shots.
Manuel Neuer is that Bayern are the exact same as PSG. They have the possession. They hold the ball. They like. I'm talking about Neuer, you pleb. The same. It's the exact same thing. Keylor Navas is in part of a PSG that holds the ball and scores goals. It's the exact same as fucking Bayern Munich. Lewandowski's on what 50 goals this year? Like, there's no like, yeah, okay, Neuer makes loads of saves. That's because
I want to say. What shot? The
I'm
shot.
surprised I'm not the first person to say.
Allison. That world class list here. I know we've ranked them like, okay, Couture's the best, Allison's the best, and Stegen. To me, they're still pretty inseparable. I don't know which one's first fit, like properly first, but I just
Yeah.
want to say, like,
There's no All Blacks first. That's it.
in the world. Kepa,
he's fucking amazing.
Matt, you can carry on your point. I was only joking with the Silver.
Yeah, he's massive.
You're more than welcome to continue with the point.
I can't remember what I fucking said.
Yeah, just leave it. At least he let it out. Come on.
So
I was on about how
He just got out.
Bayern just hold the ball. They don't have the opportunity. They don't need.
Okay, for this player coming up.
hold on. Let me say my piece first before you all fucking go at him first, right? So we all know Kepa's pretty shit, right? But since I'm more than willing to put him in trash. I really like Kepa. Unfortunately, I really like Kepa. I think he can be good, but just this season he hasn't done great. However, since Liverpool, he has done much better. His save percentage is now over 70%. So for that only fact, I want to put him top of trash.
Okay, for top of trash. Okay.
See,
no.
I would have given you it. I just
Wait.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to make my point at the end.
All right.
You guys do what you do.
I'm gonna bring up
The thing I will
his stats.
say is either on top of trash or bottom of average. I know it's also got Ariel and Luis in there.
If you put him on average, then I don't know. I mean, like, okay, 38 games.
You guys have your
yeah?
say, and I have something to bring up.
All right, so 38 games played, and he's got. To be fair to him, Chelsea's defense haven't been the best, but he's got 50 goals conceded and 9 clean sheets. I mean,
It's more than I thought, actually.
yeah.
for that fact, bottom of average.
50
50
goals.
Yeah, no. If you're comparing him to Chelsea's other keepers, they have Willy Caballero. He's not a starter, nowhere
That's
near
why he's not on the list.
as Kepa is. And the reason that he's not starting Caballero is because Kepa is better than him.
Yeah.
And the reason that Kepa has played so many games is because he doesn't want to play Caballero because he's crap.
But we're not talking about Caballero. We're talking about.
Okay, no, this is why we're talking about Kepa and about the amount of games he's played with a dodgy Chelsea backline, which does leak goals to teams that don't expect to get the goals, and it is partly due to Kepa, but it's not entirely his fault, and for that reason, he's bottom of average. That's upset.
I still feel like
all right, okay.
Blunders I've seen him do.
Wait, Sham, bring out stats again that you just said.
Okay, so 58 matches, 50 goals conceded, and 9 clean sheets.
Okay.
50 goals. So.
Also, I know this is previous years, but okay, previous seasons
You still
in 17-18, no. He had 69% possession, save percentage. Last season, 68%. This season, 58%. He's the only goalkeeper to have below 60% this season in the Premier League. The only goalkeeper.
He's trash.
I would put him below like Fabianski or something. Genuine.
Yeah, I think you should put him below 5 years.
Yeah, but
Like,
now he's not on 59% right now. He's on 70% right now, roughly.
Yeah, he's on 70%. His save percentage went up.
That's like he was from 58% to.
Yeah,
Yes,
his percentage is
That's
higher
crazy.
since Liverpool.
That's
It's still a
crazy.
bottom.
Since the Liverpool game, he's had a much better run of form, and it's boosted his saves percentage.
Bottom of average, I would say.
I would put him.
We'll put it to a vote. Dan, where do you want to put him?
Oh, I think we know where this is
I'll
going.
prime top of trash then since they are
Yeah,
recent.
top of trash.
Sham wants top of trash. Dan, no, Matt, where do you want him?
Bottom of average.
Luke, where do you
He's
want
gonna
him?
go bottom average, and he-
Bottom of average.
I want to keep him at top of trash. Settled.
Yeah. There we are. Lovely.
And I'm the Chelsea
Like,
fan,
I'm
so
Nice
okay,
one,
no,
Con.
let's not talk. I'll bring up.
Can't respect. I have respect for you there.
I'll bring up. I'll say his stats.
so
just
I don't know
I'll
who this
say-
person is. I'll
Well,
blame.
he's had 40 first average goalkeeper, has had 45 appearances.
Can we say that's Golaski? Because I really want Golaski on this list. He deserves to be on this list.
It's not Golaski. It's someone beginning with O. It does look like Golaski, but it's not him.
It's gotta
So
be.
he's had-
It's not
Black has
Golaski.
had 45 appearances, 35
How is
goals
Golaski
conceded,
not on this
and
list?
20
I don't
clean
know.
sheets. I do want to say though, Black, like he is in a very defensive team. If you're also putting in that logic, like he's Atletico Madrid
But
is one of the most defensive
We said
teams in the
before
league.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
But-
I'm talking about like Bellas and logic, the Navas logic. Like he's going to face less shots in a more defensive team
I think he goes below Courtois.
because of that. He's a better goalkeeper. Than
Like
Courtois,
we know
100%,
he's
but
a better
like that
goalkeeper,
logic,
but for current
he's in
form,
better form. I still think he's a better goalkeeper in current form. But
If
if
we're
we're going to
talking
apply that logic,
If we're talking about current form,
he's
ooh,
better though. If we're going to apply this logic though, but the logic we've applied to Alisson and Navas, you have to.
no. What do you mean logic we've applied? What?
Well, but like you know,
they're in a defensive team, so they're gonna face less.
Yeah, but no.
Wait,
Wait, so you're saying that Alisson's a better goalkeeper than Courtois?
I think he is.
Oh,
I
God,
mean,
no.
I don't. I just don't. They've wait
no.
when they've competed in the same tour.
They could be in the same tournament, and they have in the Champions League, innit?
And in the World Cup.
Yeah, and Alisson's topped him in the World Cup when they played there.
No, he didn't.
I know,
Thibaut
but-
Courtois.
No, he didn't, no, Belgium
Courtois
won,
won
didn't they?
Golden Glove.
Yeah, Courtois won Golden Glove. Never mind. I'm talking about the Champions League when Alisson won the Golden Glove there.
No,
Um,
surely All Black
Last
goes
season
world
is not
class.
important.
Surely All Black goes
Yeah,
world
I'll-
class.
I'll put all
Well,
black
obviously
in world
world
class.
class. Obviously he's world
Well,
class.
yeah, obviously
No,
world
top
class.
of world
but-
class.
but-
Top.
Top of world class.
We're gonna apply
Top.
the Alisson logic though, with his in like.
Yeah,
his
if we
in-
apply, if we're
No, but-
applying Alisson logic, technically he goes below Courtois.
I don't know. I don't know. Man.
But
That next
I
player-
think favoritism should go. Maybe just take a little bit precedence here, and
Hold on.
and we'll just put him
I'll
as-
put him there 'cause I am against that logic, but if you're gonna, you have to apply it to him if you're gonna apply it to everybody else. Like we did the same thing with Neuer.
I'm happy with
No,
him.
but
top-
yeah, remember the shots on target thing I mentioned earlier as well. Alisson was 20th,
That
25th
next-
even, not
that
20th.
next player in the list is Robin Olsen of Roma.
Oh right, okay.
Why is he there?
It's not my
No
list.
idea why he's in
Just
there.
kind of trash. I don't know.
He's a shit, he's a shit
I-
keeper. He's in trash.
Ash,
I'm hands down putting him in for Golatsky, who deserves to be in this list.
We can just say he's Galatsky
I'll
if you
put
want.
Golatsky, Golatsky is top 10
Robin
goalkeeper.
Olsen. It is Robin Olsen, but I will quite happily say that is Galacta.
Yeah.
Okay, we know it's Robert
Galatsky
Olsen,
White.
but we'll say it's Galatsky.
God, can't just Photoshop him. It's easy, innit? Easy editing.
No,
Just
that's
photo-
effort.
Yeah.
That's effort.
Yeah.
Galatsky, I'd probably say it's like, yeah.
Very good. Very
Yeah,
good. I would
he's
say-
amazing.
No, I put him above Navas personally. He's had a phenomenal season for Leipzig. I do that personally.
Okay, so middle, very good. Andre Onana.
Nana.
It's a really difficult one because he's a phenomenal goalkeeper, but at the same time he's playing in the
This
fucking
is hard.
Eredivisie. He's like in the Champions League. He was brilliant. He's been phenomenal for Ajax over the past couple of years. But we're not talking about the past couple of years. We're talking about this season. And this season, he's been pretty good. Not been very good. He's been all right. He's been decent.
Sham, what's his stats look like? Whoops.
Oh, who's?
Onana's.
Oh, no, that. Oh, Nana. Oh, Nana. Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck, who did that? Who sang it first? I'll be honest, guys. I don't know how to spell his name.
Onana.
It's how it sounds.
O-N.
Oh, Nana.
Oh my god, I see what I did. I did a typo. I did.
You wanna run with me?
A bit autistic, guys. I
Oh,
don't
no,
know.
no,
I'm
no.
not
Pop on a banana and squeeze.
Well, he's had
Yes,
39
please.
matches,
He's been squeezy.
57 goals conceded, and 15 clean sheets, which is quite on par with the very
Which
good.
is
Bottom are very good.
It's on par with very
gonna happen when you play for Ajax in the Eredivisie.
Exactly.
He's a young goalkeeper with a lot of quality, though. Like, have you seen him in the Champions League, especially? Oh,
No,
that's
and
last season, though. Even still.
He is a really good. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper. Like he is part of the very good / good crew. Whether you put him at the bottom of very good though, or at the top of good, I think it's a very fine line. I put him personally at the top of good because of the league he's playing in, but that's just my opinion.
You know, I could go with that.
I can go with that. Luke, Sham.
Young up and coming beast.
I'm happy with Onana being in good.
All right. So next up
I guess
is
he'd have to be good.
Rui Patricio.
Rui Patricio next.
He's been good.
Average.
Average.
I put him average.
Average.
I do like him. He's a really good keeper.
Sham, can you do your
He's-
thing?
he's
I'm
been in-
Okay.
he's
I'm
Hold
I'm
on,
a-
let Sham do his thing.
I'm gonna argue right there that you should go in good.
Yeah, I was
if
gonna
he's
put him
if
in
he's
good.
not an average, he should at the bottom of good.
He's
Yeah.
got 46
Yeah.
matches played with 49 goals conceded and 16 clean sheets.
That's amazing.
Considering it's
That's amazing.
For
yeah, no,
Wolves,
that's pretty good.
no, it's Wolves. That's good or very
I
good.
would put him above
I
good,
put-
below
He's better than
Donnarumma.
Berkey. He had a better season than Berkey.
Okay. You know, I can agree with it, but I wouldn't mind putting him very good to be honest with it. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, good. Good's
But
okay. I can settle with that.
I put him in middle of good. No, above Handanovic, yeah, no.
Yeah, okay,
after
yeah.
that. Pickford.
Yep. Nope. I don't even want to talk about Pickford. Looking at the stats, yeah. Seriously, just don't talk about him. Trash.
I know. You don't want to bring the test up?
Chad, don't. I was looking at save percentages, goals faced, shots faced. Just leave him at, I don't know,
Is he better
bottom.
than Fabianski?
I think he's better. I think he's probably better than Fabianski.
Yes. No, he's not. He's not. This season for the Premier League.
This season, yes, he has been, but I don't know, mind.
Well, Fabianski.
I think my love for Fabianski is just gonna make me put him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We all love Fabianski. He's a great player.
Everyone good with
I
that?
don't fucking hate him.
Wait,
Yeah,
Matt,
right, okay.
who said they fucking hate Fabianski?
Why?
No one did.
Somebody said they hate. Somebody said. They
Nah,
hate
Luke, get
Fabianski
out!
then.
Get out, Luke! Get
Don't-
out!
Swansea
Wait,
form,
no,
he was
give him
fine.
time. Give him time to.
Like,
Yeah, but
I
look,
know, it's just that-
never forget what he did for us, alright? Never.
Why do you hate him, bro? Why do you hate him?
'Cause he's just shit.
It's shit.
yeah,
is it?
I just don't like his goalkeeping ability. I know it sounds harsh, but I just don't like him as a goalkeeper.
Well, that's fair. That's a fair argument in his face.
Fair, I said the same thing about Neuer. I don't like Neuer. He's a good keeper, but I don't like him.
I know, but no. Luke said the exact opposite. He doesn't. No. Luke's like doesn't mind him as a person. He just hates him as a goalkeeper.
Okay,
It's the
well,
exact opposite of what
we'll
you
put it
said.
this way. Even though technically, like, this is where they lie in terms of image, they're equal, right there, they're equal.
I'd give him equal. Yeah, that's fine.
That's for Schmeichel.
Casper Schmeichel.
He's been really
Very
good.
good.
Do you want to bring up his stats?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd like.
Okay,
I would
if
like
you
to give
really-
him-
Hear me out, shot. Let me take a look at Schmeichel's stats as well. They
Oh,
save percentage.
The other thing as well,
Yeah.
The other thing as well that people forget about Kasper Schmeichel is that technically he is Champions League quality goalkeeper because he has played in the Champions League. The thing that I really like Kasper Schmeichel. I think he's a really good goalkeeper. He's had less games. Like like I said, I know we're not comparing him to comparing players to previous seasons. He's had a lot less games this year. He hasn't been in the Champions League. When he was in the Champions League, I think he was very, very good. He had a phenomenal season that year.
Alright.
I want to add.
Had a good season.
He's had 34 matches this season in the Premier League. Is
He's
it?
had 40 matches overall.
Okay.
59 goals conceded and 15 clean sheets.
Yeah, he's had 34 matches in the Premier League with 78% save percentage, second to Alisson.
Damn.
For
I
Leicester.
put him top of.
No, he belongs in very good after this season. I'd put him. He's above
Put him.
Leno. I'd put him above Leno, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he's been doing it longer than Leno. No, we're not going on previous. No, below Leno. Below Leno.
Okay,
yeah,
below.
No, below.
Everyone happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is this
Chesney, man.
Chesney?
I fucking love this keeper.
I'd
I
say
love
he's,
Chesney's keeper. Another soft
He
spot on
had-
that.
He had a shocking performance last match against AC Milan.
Yeah, he
But
was.
this season he has.
He's,
Yeah, this season.
He's Juventus' number one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, sometimes they play Buffon instead, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
Cup
Juventus
manager.
number one.
Anyways, he's had 30 matches with 30 goals conceded and 12 clean sheets.
not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Mhm.
I would put him above Lopez, below De Gea. Personally, that's what I would do.
I can agree with that.
I'd even go as far to say that he's probably even a little bit above De Gea, but the fact that he's playing Juventus in Serie A with being next to no goals going, like needing for him to save, that he goes below De Gea.
Yeah, I can back that. I can back that decision.
Also, I just want to reiterate one thing I said earlier, just so that Shaman, right? The world class list right there. I do want to say it's very close. I don't know. I'm not 100%
Oh, yeah,
certain
it's close.
what order.
Yeah, no, it is. After
I
all
was,
black,
I was
it's-
looking,
Yeah,
I was looking,
same.
I was looking at the saves percentage. Alisson does have a higher saves percentage than
In
Courtois
Europe's top of
overall.
leagues. Yes, in Europe's top of leagues.
Yeah. And
We're
again,
talking about
the save percentage
tactical
is very close between those two. So honestly, I wouldn't mind just.
Nah, this is
putting-
really, really close.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll send you a screenshot down.
Oh, fair play, Courtois.
So Courtois got 0.786. Alisson got 0.788.
Really, fair play. I didn't realize Courtois was, jeez.
I mean,
He's
considering
playing
well.
numbers.
I still put Alisson
Courtois can
higher
pass
than
me.
Courtois. but-
Courtois can pass me so much this season.
So, with all that being said and done, are we happy? Whoops, did not mean to do that. With this list,
Yeah, that's a pretty good list.
other than
I
Sham,
don't really have
other
a-
than Sham wanting that.
I don't think.
I think that's
Even
very
with that, even with that, the top four could be mumble jumble as much as
No,
as you
I
can.
don't think you could deny
Yeah.
all that's the best.
I think
Yeah.
I think Sagan's probably here, but the rest
No,
of
but
these
as a-
three
I would still put Neuer up there. I'll be honest with you.
No, I'm very happy with him. Very good. Very.
I
Yeah.
can see Sham's point. I can agree with Sham as well.
I've had
But yeah,
one-
overall happy with the list.
yeah, I can't argue with it. I mean, I could argue, but like I can't complain.
I'm settled with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still feel like we could narrow it down even more, so that there's like more players in like average. We have so many players.
Well,
in-
no,
in-
we're not doing it.
That's gonna be hard to do.
We're not doing like
Ooh,
average.
current form, Con. That was a play. Current form, Berkey should probably be an average, but
But we're talking about season though, isn't it? So that's
yeah,
what we're
current
looking
form.
at.
Yeah, current form. Yeah, just.
Hmm.
No, Lopez has been quality. Lopez.
I mean, because the thing
Yeah,
is, though, you
I would
shouldn't-
say leave
you
like
shouldn't look
that.
at, oh, there's not enough players over here, so because that's not what you're doing.
no,
We're looking at them individually. Is he an average goalkeeper? Is he a good goalkeeper?
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
thinning it out. So
Like
that
if you wanted to even out,
no,
there should be 5 in each because
Yeah,
But
but you shouldn't look
doesn't
at
matter.
Okay, if you want to even it out, you could do that, but you
Yeah,
shouldn't be. I'm saying you shouldn't even it out. You should.
Yeah, that
if
don't
that,
matter.
if that was the case, you'd be saying that Alfonso Areola was trash and that Rui Patricio was just average, which is not the fucking case.
So yeah.
If
Ov-
if you were to have in each list,
Stop.
Overall, I think this is a good list. We don't have to this is down to our interpretation of this season anyway. I think this is pretty damn good. So let's go ahead and go back to the screen and take that off. So stop streaming. But that is all we have time for this week. It's been a rather long one. It's a little bit longer than last time
tier list,
by
man.
about 15 minutes or so.
tier lists,
But
man.
tier lists are very lengthy
What's
topics.
wrong with
I wasn't expecting us
That's
to.
fun to do. That's fun to do.
I wasn't expecting us to talk about the other leagues. To be fair, for as long we did that for about half an hour as well. So extra 15 minutes roughly for you guys this week. If you if you watch the rest of that. If you watch the rest of that 15 minutes, type in 15 minutes in the comments. But
And if
We'll just do
always
crying
wrong,
emojis if
any
possible.
chance of twat.
but other than that, guys, make sure to go check out everybody that's here because once again, this wouldn't be
One of these days,
this wouldn't be possible without these guys. So I very much
Luke's
appreciate
got,
for you
his
to.
own channel
to
in
ca-
full-time podcast.
Hello,
as
Sham.
well.
Sham, just shut up while I'm
Just give
speaking.
me praise.
So
Thank you guys for coming along because it wouldn't be possible without them. They all
Rob?
give their own opinions very, very well. And as Sham was saying, every Wednesday, we hope, Luke, we also have another podcast that goes out on his channel, on his other channel called the Full Time Podcast. So go make
Often
sure
today for family reasons.
for family reasons, not out the day we're recording this, but it'll be out soon for episode 3. But go check that out if you want to see our opinions on the rest of the games. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you did all enjoy. And Matt's very prepared for the coronavirus, 3 months late. But other than that, yeah, thank you so much. And stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye.